we
Why is
missing
Jeff
Princess?
Moore's
Is that what's going
still
on?
picture there?
Oh, Jeff is he won't be live. He's our tech.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hi. Hello everybody. We're live now, so
We're live.
calm
We're
down,
live.
princesses.
We're princesses.
Yeah, welcome to
Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle.
our stream of The Excellence, which is an RPG that was released earlier this year where everyone plays a princess. The concept is that you are so amazing at one particular thing that the universe ports you over to Awesome World, which is this really cool like 80s cartoon inspired world, and you are now the champion and protector of the thing that you are awesome at. So I am going to lead this team of amazing princesses through an adventure today, and I'm going to let them each introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about who their princess is. So I'm going to start with Peter Adkison.
hello. I am Claudette de Baguette. I am the princess of off-road fast driving.
Yes.
I have my beast is Boujon. He looks like a jeep with a water cannon in the back. He will give us rides if we play hide and seek with him, but he's awfully big, and so we kind of have to pretend we don't see him for a while, and then he'll give us a ride. Do you want my origin story now?
I would love your origin story in a few sentences, sir.
Yes, just 2 long ones. How's that?
Perfect.
This one time at the band camp, we got separated from the adults who all fell into a big canyon, but I was able to save them by borrowing the camp jeep and driving it down the side of a cliff into the canyon, and then drove the jeep and all the adults back out again before the raging river would have swept them out to the never to be seen again. So, as my reward, I kept the jeep after I hid it.
Oh, a little bit of a sneaky princess.
Okay, better.
Tiny bit
I
of a
had to turn
sneaky
the lights
princess.
down a little bit there.
Oh, delightful.
There you see.
And Mike, since you've just floated back into frame, let's have Mike Pondsmith tell us about his princess.
Hi there. I'm Princess Micheline, and I am the princess of lost and unfound unicorns. Would anybody like a gummy bear? I have them there in different colors and everything.
Yes.
Well, I'll throw them at the screen.
Oh.
And I brought my princessy dice as well. They're shiny.
Lit.
And
Jada.
I am the princess, as I said, of lost unicorns. And I make sure that I help anyone who wants to unleash the inner unicorn that they were meant to be.
And what about your beast?
My beast is Mr. Polarcorn, Prince Polarcorn. And he is a unicorn, but he kind of looks a lot like a giant polar bear with an ice cream cone glued to the top of his head with tape.
Oh.
Don't mock my unicorn.
I would never mock him.
He gets upset.
He
And this
sounds
is my
like a very
crown.
noble beast.
He is a noble beast. And this is my crown. It is, of course, a tasteful unicorn crown with rainbows, very important. And my sword, which is my guitar, also known as Dragon Bane with a Y. My heart is practical, very, very practical. And I wear red high tops. And I am charming, so I'm best at shoes and swords.
Wonderful. I do love how you seem very charming from your
Thank you.
introduction. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
If I could giggle, I would.
I
Oh,
bet
sounds
you
like
have
I'm
a giggle
beast.
in there. I bet you do. There
No.
it is.
Now I'm
I
the
knew it.
bass. Doesn't happen.
All right, wonderful. So we have Princess Claudette and Princess Micheline, and I'm going to scoot over to Tim Kask and have him tell us about his princess.
This is my avatar. I'm Princess Nyla P. That's really my name, P, because I love all things that grow and sprinklers and gardens and eating vegetables. And many of my friends used to say I was too good to be true, but I just love making things grow. And when I was at farm camp, I was up wandering, walking in the hills, looking for plants. And I saw the big pileup of the logs in the stream that was threatening to burst and come down and wash away farm camp. So I ran back down and I warned everybody. And so I saved farm camp and they made me a princess. And while I was running back down, I tripped and I fell and I landed on this thing that was warm and furry and smelled bad.
Oh.
And he was hurt. And so I took him with me and I stuck him in my sack as I was running down the hill. And when I got down there, I found out that he was a smelly monkey. But he was a special monkey because he flies. And he's a strong monkey because he can even pick me up and fly with me short distances and put me down where I ask him to.
Oh, that sounds like a rules. Yeah.
No, I think that's
Yeah.
great.
If you can ride a unicorn, I can fly with a monkey.
It's
Hey.
true.
It's okay.
I have a big unicorn, and he can't. Well, he does have wings, but that makes him kind of, I don't know.
That would make him an alicorn.
Alicorn?
If he has both a horn and wings, then he's an alicorn.
It's his true unicorn. It
If
comes
Dorothy
out.
can fight him, I can have him.
It's true. I think your flying
Oh,
monkey sounds delightful.
Now, my sword
Oh,
is a
He
garden
has a
wand.
picture, so, you know.
I carry a sword that's a garden wand,
Oh,
and it has all the water I ever want, and it's got 6 settings on the end. So I can shoot a big stream or a little stream that hurts a lot. And I have all the water I need for it so I can make all the plants and the vegetables grow.
that sounds amazing. I can't wait to
Well, I
see.
am amazing.
what you're all amazing.
Awesome.
So we've added Princess Nyla, and now I'm going to scoot over to Stefan Pohorny, and he's going to tell us about his princess.
Well, I am the Dwarvenette. The Dwarvenette from Turtle Bay, New York. And I was in a garage band. Not all the garage bands are from New Jersey. There's some in New York, Manhattan. And we were having a jam session and it got a little too loud because sometimes we turn it up to 11 and then there was a big explosion and I woke up and here I am.
That's great. Did you bring a beast with you?
I did.
Mhm.
I brought Lemmy, my pet rat, my pet giant New York rat. And he thinks this is all very awesome. He can't wait to eat something or somebody.
Perfect.
Lemmy, as in Lemmy Adam.
Lemmy,
Ooh.
Adam.
No, I think it's Lemmy as an old band member of it.
I love Lemmy so much. I love him. I love him.
You should. He sounds great. All right. So, is there anything anybody would like to add about their princess that they missed in their initial
I
introduction?
don't have an origin story. I've always been a princess.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's your origin then.
Princess.
Your origin is
My daddy told me that I was his little princess, and so I am.
perfect.
I see.
Mhm.
And I think that Timmy can ride anything he wants. It's all fabulous.
Yes. Correct. All right. So we are going to start out. You guys are in Awesome World. You are in the castle that you all live in together.
Of course.
And it is mid-morning, and you have gathered for a tea party because you are discussing.
Because her princesses, of
So
course.
early.
Has to be
Why
a tea
do we get up so early?
So you have gathered because very soon is Queen Honey's birthday, and every year for Queen Honey's birthday, there's a big festival, and there is a birthday bake-off, which you are all judges for.
Oh.
Oh, don't judge. I mean, judge.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
Eat.
you are all
Eat.
sitting, and tell me what it is that you are having to eat and drink at your tea party this morning.
Vodka?
Oh. All right.
And those little triangular rolls that you put cherry or apple stuff in.
Oh, like scones with the little
Yeah, those will
filled?
do, but the Pillsbury's work just fine.
Oh, sure. Little crescent rolls filled up.
Yes. Oh, those cherry crescent rolls. Oh, I could eat the whole package, but then I'd get fat.
Well, That's all right.
You're a princess. You don't get that.
Yeah, fortunately, I have a high metabolism, so I do not get fat. So I eat a little croissant and some baguette and some eclair and some tiramisu.
Oh, that all sounds really tasty.
Obviously, you don't have an issue with gluten.
So you guys are
Oh.
noticing
And
you
I
princesses.
have. Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
have cake,
Oh,
Ooh.
and it has chocolate, and then it has cake, and it has chocolate cake, and then it has ganache cake, and then it has other cake, and then it has pudding cake, and then it has strawberries, and then it has whipped cream, and then it has more chocolate, and then it has another piece of cake, and then it has topped with a lot of white frosting, and then sprinkles. I'm having
Then
cake.
we all go into a diabetic coma.
man, that cake sounds
Always has
Like,
to be sprinkles on
very
top.
sweet. So
Yeah.
as you're eating and drinking, you're noticing that it's not quite as sweet as it should be. Things are starting to taste a little bland or a little too savory. Like your cake, Princess Micheline, should be incredibly sweet, bursting with sweetness, but it
This
doesn't.
tastes like a hamburger. What?
Yeah, something's wrong with it.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh.
There's something wrong with this cake.
Decor.
I know it's
I agree.
perfect.
This is not good.
Would you like to do anything about that?
We should
Wanna-
talk to the chef.
Okay.
We can go talk to the chef.
Yeah.
Are
we'll
you
talk to
are
the
you
chef.
taking the offending items with you, or
I'm
are you leaving
taking-
them behind?
I'm taking the offending item. Actually, I've asked my bear to carry it because it's so enormous.
Okay. Wonderful.
I'll have some. I'll eat
So
it.
Lemmy's eating it.
So you
Plenty
all
of cake for everybody.
are you all going with Princess Micheline all together to the kitchen?
Well, of course, you never split up the group. That's a
I just-
rule.
Yeah.
Like you.
No,
Okay.
I'll stay. I'll let them go.
Oh,
No.
Princess Claudette is gonna stay. And are you maybe sampling all of the rest of the food to see if everything's okay?
I'm going to go do a little investigation and try the other foods and see if this is a problem. And also look to see if any of the other guests have noticed. Is there just princesses' food?
It's just princesses today.
Okay, well, I'll figure that out while they're going.
It is a tea party.
Okay, so my princesses who
Invitation
have gone
only, come
to
on.
the kitchen, you walk into the castle's kitchen, and normally the chef is one of your favorite people. She's so bubbly and sweet and charming and lovely all the time, and she always gives you extra of your favorite thing. And she's a little down right now. She's not her normal self. She's kind of slumpy and upset.
Turned into something? Is she a monster? Is she a monster? Is she different?
No, she's a
Oh.
person. She's just a
Okay.
sad person.
I come in. Prince Holdercorn, can you please bring the cake? He's carrying this big cake, and it's got all the layers, and it has one big cut out of it. And I'm holding the little plate that big cut is out with the spoon sticking straight up in it. And I say, Miss Cook, the cake tastes funny.
Just a heavy sigh. And just let me check it. She takes a bite and she says, "Yeah, what? Yeah, everything I've made today, I just can't get it to taste sweet. I don't understand what's going on."
Sweetness is not good.
So apparently, there's a sucrose deficiency in the kingdom.
Obviously. And it's not just because of me.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Well, this is what I do. I'm the brainy one. I think of these things.
Right.
And so I think that there must be something wrong. Either the bees are on strike, the sugar has gone bland, or well, I think those are the first two good ones to look at. If it were me, I would look into those two things. That's what my little brainy brain did.
Okay. Why don't we pause for a second? I'm going to check in with Princess Claudette, and I'm going to come right back to you in the kitchen. Princess Claudette, I would like you to do a book roll because you are investigating.
Okay, I will do this. My book is The Places We Will Go by Dr. Seuss, because I have a wistful side. So how do I make my check? Roll
So
dice.
I don't think that the library book that you have assists you in this particular thing.
Mhm.
So it's just going to be a straight roll. So you're going to roll your dice, which is a D10, correct?
Yes.
So you just roll it and then
Green.
tell me the number that you get.
I got an 8.
Okay, so your 8 did not hit the target goal for your book. And so what ended up happening was first you get a lesson token.
Ooh.
And you went about it, sadly, by just eating everything in the room.
This is true. I did. I ate everything in the
Just
room.
ate.
It's a
Yeah.
good
No,
thing I
you
took the cake out.
didn't.
Ate everything. And so
I took the
you-
cake out, so you're not going to be sick.
aside from the cake, but there was a lot of other things in there. And so you feel a little queasy.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll sit down.
Yeah.
And,
You're not feeling great.
um,
And you didn't manage to get any other information about what was happening.
Are we the only
Funny.
people here, or are there a bunch of other princesses here as well?
Currently it's just the 4 of you.
Okay, is the queen here, or is it just
The queen lives in a separate castle.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
that
this
makes
is
sense.
the princess's castle, and then the queen lives across town in the queen's castle.
In the queen's castle. Okay.
And so
Well, they were
I'm gonna
possibly-
leave you queasy, and I'm gonna zip back over to the
It's okay.
kitchen. Would you like to investigate anything in the kitchen itself, or would you like to go out and start looking in other places?
The first
the
thing I would
first-
like to look at is I'd ask the cook to show me her honey pot, the thing that she holds her sweet condiments in.
Okay.
And I would dab my finger on it and touch it to my tongue.
Okay. I'm gonna have you do. This is about knowledge and ideas, so I'm gonna have you do a book roll as well. So you have a D6, correct?
Right. And I rolled a 5.
Okay, so you also receive a lesson token. The honey doesn't taste right to you, but it smells correct and it looks correct. And like you've seen this particular honey pot a lot because you float through and the cook helps you with things and gives you stuff. And this looks right to you. So you can't quite figure out what's happening. It doesn't seem to be in the kitchen.
We should go check the beehive.
Before we
Something's
go,
not right
Yes.
with the honey
before we
pot.
go, everybody, stick out your tongues.
What?
Stick out
Got
your
your
tongue.
tongues?
Why?
I look very carefully on
Oh.
a magnifying glass.
She's gonna
and I
check
look very
everybody's
carefully
tongue.
at everyone's tongues to make sure that they don't look funny and they haven't been magic.
Okay. That's
And when I
a
get to
good
my own
idea.
tongue,
That is
I
good.
hold up a spoon and I look at my tongue in the spoon.
Okay, I need you to also roll a book check because this is a knowledge check.
It's a good
What is
idea.
who's
We
your what's
assumed
your
it was
book?
the food. It might be us.
My book, oh, I love this. My book is all about scary monsters who would be better off if I helped them.
Oh.
Ooh.
I wrote it
Okay.
myself.
I don't think this one applies because you're
Yeah,
checking for
doesn't
like
sound like it.
magical
No,
interference.
I don't think
but-
so. It's not
But
scary
it's
monsters.
good to know. All right, so give me just a straight book check.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
Okay. Oh man, lesson token again.
Okay.
Tongues
Instead of
look
saying you
normal.
fail, they say, here's a lesson
So
token.
you're learning lessons here, and the lesson that you're learning is that you actually don't really know a whole lot about taste buds.
Yeah. I eat
Unfortunately,
nothing but sugar. It's not my fault.
yeah, I'm not blaming you. I just
Don't judge me.
I'm not. No judgment at all. You just don't happen to know a lot about how the science of a tongue works. So, they look normal to you. You
Okay.
think it's probably not that, but you don't really know. So
It's not us.
Let's go check the bees.
okay, are you gonna meet
There's
up with
something
Princess
wrong with
I'm
Claudia?
gonna go with him.
The honey pot.
It's not the honey pot, sweetie. We
Oh.
already talked about the honey pot.
He already looked at the honey pot.
I don't know what's going on. What
Why are we not
happened?
surprised?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
another vodka shot.
Oh, That's gonna be very helpful.
Things
Okay.
taste better now? Oh, yeah.
The vodka never really tasted wrong, to be fair. It's not very sweet to begin with, so you're probably good. Princess Claudette, would you like to catch up?
Yeah, I'm not feeling very awesome right now. But if I can pull myself off of the chair.
Yeah.
We'll try and maybe do a little yoga.
A little yoga on your way to meet up with them.
A little yoga and go catch up. Yeah, I'll go catch up with my.
Okay, so Princess Claudette has joined you.
Me too.
And you're heading out back of the
Well, I
castle?
assume that the beehives would be out in the back wherever the kitchen garden is located.
Yeah, there's a small apiary in the back. They like to keep everything within the castle as much as possible. So you head out. You head out to the bees, who are usually buzzing, and there's usually a lot of honey that is always being harvested, and there's still a lot of honey there. Would you like to taste it?
Well, first off, I'd like to make sure that the bees aren't freaking out.
Eat it.
Ooh.
Because I'm not going to get any closer to that thing than I have to unless everything looks normal.
Okay. I feel like this is maybe a heart roll because you are using your caring and your attitude to sort of judge their attitudes. So go ahead and give me a heart roll.
5.
A 5 is a success.
Oh, I did something right.
So you are able to see that the bees are still buzzing along happily. They're still, they aren't acting erratically. They don't look sick. They're still doing their jobs. And if you would like to get closer, you feel that you can do that without potential harm to yourself.
So I'll go up and I'll get up close to where the entrance to the hive is, and I'll study them. I'll watch them come down and do their dance thing, and I'll try to interpret the little dance that all the bees do to see if there's anything unusual about that. And
if they're busy. Check if they're busy.
Are they coming in with their little legs all full of balls of pollen and everything? Everything looks normal.
Yeah, everything looks normal, but there is a little weird hitch happening in their dance. And I would say let's do a knowledge check. So do a book check to see if you can determine what that little abnormal.
Probably not, because I rolled a 1.
Oh, but you know what that means?
It means my pet.
You pull in your pet, and maybe your pet can determine it.
Well, I don't know. How much do monkeys know about bees?
Well, I don't know. I mean, your monkey lives here, so there's a good chance that perhaps
your
monkey frolics around, and it can fly, so it might have taken a liking to the bees.
So, flying monkey.
What do I roll now?
You know what? You get to narrate because you brought your pet in, so you get to narrate if you think he knows.
Oh, if he thinks he knows. All right.
And then I will let you know if he.
Okay. Well, the monkey says after studying the dance, and of course everybody knows that the monkey is a student of insect dancing.
Of course he is.
And, well, it's something to do with just flying around.
Yeah.
And he thinks that there was something to do with the flowers or the field where they normally go collect this stuff. And there's something making them nervous. And of course, being bees, they got to go do it.
Sure.
But there's something there that's making them nervous. So the monkey thinks that they probably, the group of princesses, the clutch of princesses, pride, whatever we are.
Pride of princesses.
The pride of princesses. Okay. Then we should probably go to the meadows where they normally collect their pollen, and see if there isn't something going on there, somewhere between the here and there, or there when we get there. Something seems to be making them do something that they don't normally do, and that's put whole new steps into their dance that don't make any sense.
Perfect.
Timmy, your monkey is so cute. Can I pet
Can
your
I?
monkey?
Can I?
Can I pet
Can
your
I?
Yes.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I?
Yes.
I
Pet the
asked
monkey at your own risk.
I asked Mr. Polarcorn if he wouldn't mind tasting the honey at the hive because although he's a unicorn at heart, he's still a bear, and
He's still a
bears
bear.
know honey.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, he can taste it. I am gonna make a roll for him to
Okay.
see what he tastes.
You can't hold the dice.
That's right. His paws are very
Have you
clumsy.
seen bears? Bears can open doors to cars.
Yeah, because they have big, wicked claws that look like 10-penny nails that don't break. I could open doors too if I had fingernails like that.
So he goes in.
Could you drive
he-
the Mercedes?
He takes a big lick of the big mouthful of the honey, big, huge lick of it. And then he like makes a really upset face.
There's something wrong with the honey.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I
does not
hand
like
him a
the honey.
big bottle of soda pop and say, "Here, wash your mouth out."
And he drinks that. Also, like,
And
makes
it
another face. Something's wrong with the sweet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, even your pre-bottled soda pop is
Something's
has
wrong
been-
with the honey hole. Something's wrong.
Maybe
That sounds so
not,
wrong.
maybe it's not the bees then. Maybe
Maybe we ought to look for
Maybe
somebody
it's
named
everything
Boo.
that's sweet. I mean, my cake came from here, but the soda pop didn't. Soda pop came from a bottle.
All right. Hey, we're in the garden for the kitchen. I'll bet there's some grapevines there.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to go over and taste the grape and see if the grape tastes naturally sweet like it should.
Okay. You get let's do a book roll, and your book is about gardening, right?
Yes.
Then you get advantage on your roll.
Well, I rolled a 6.
Oh, well then you get to use your crown. So you have activated the power of your realm. So you know exactly what's
I know what's going on because I'm all about how things growing.
Yep.
And if they're getting their pollen out of growing plants, then I would, I guess, be able to determine that there's something wrong, threatening or corrupting the plants that they normally get their honey out of, causing the chemical balance to shift and becoming less sucrose and more saline.
Yeah, when you bit into that
Timmy,
grape,
you're so smart.
it doesn't taste sweet. Like, you know how you get that burst of sweetness when you bite into a fresh grape, and it's especially fresh off the vine, it should be the sweetest, most lovely taste in your mouth. And it tastes like kind of like sand. Like there's
Kind of like
just
what?
sand.
Sand.
There's like nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that'd make a dry wine, wouldn't it?
It's but
Wow.
That is no
Nailed it.
good. No good.
As you are all standing around in the garden, there is the peal of an electric guitar, which you have come to know as someone is calling for your help. That's like like the little theme that plays, like the bat signal, but it's auditory. So you hear this like kind of amazing guitar riff. And
Something like Wild Stallions, huh?
yeah, exactly. And someone comes running out into the where you are, and it is it's the librarian. And they say, you have to help us. I'm sorry. The library has been completely ransacked, and I think things have been stolen.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I grab up my base dragon bane and I run to the library. Come on, Mr. Polarcorn. Let's do this.
well, I fix my hat as I go over to the library.
That's important.
Of course it is.
You
my
did
crown.
just use it, so
Well,
to make sure that it's set right.
I'm quite sure the dwarvenette immediately ran in that direction, so I will try and catch up with her.
Oh yeah. I thought I heard a guitar.
Yeah.
Was that Ozzy? I thought I heard something.
It's
So
the first time I've seen anybody play a princess as a burned out groupie.
So
Don't judge me.
Sorry, I broke character. I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. So you end up at
It wasn't a long commute.
It was not a long commute. You did have to leave the castle. You're in the city's library, the town's library.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's a very welcoming place, and it's a place that you have all gone to many times, as you are all big book readers. It's
Mhm.
actually the library that you got the books from that you have currently in your possession.
Remember, readers are looters.
And and you walk in the front door, and all of the shelves have been pulled down, and there's books scattered everywhere. Some of them are torn in half. There are pages missing. It is a complete mess.
Oh.
Is it the
Cindy,
whole
what happened to
library
you? What
or just
happened?
a couple sections?
What happened in here?
So it seems like there are things missing off of a lot of shelves, but the part that is the worst is
Mhm.
the section that has all of the cookbooks in it.
Ah, I think we have a clue.
Well, yes, the food all sucks.
Yep. I'm going to go over and I'm going to go find that card catalog.
Okay.
And I'm going to go through and look for dessert recipes.
Okay.
Whoops,
Um.
can't see that.
So let's do.
I think I just froze.
Oh,
I'm going to scout around and look for anybody who may have been causing this mischief who might still be on the premises.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for any hidden alcohol.
The Dwarvenette is a real asset to your team, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Really helpful.
He keeps things lighthearted.
She sure does. So,
He's added something to this.
Claudette.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. You just turned into a giant R.
I know, and I can't get it back for some reason.
All right.
Oh my God,
I
it's
am
magic.
going to
What
let
happened?
I'm going to have
You've been-
Claudette do something, and
You've been
Nicole can sort of-
encyclopedia'd.
I know.
It's a gremlin. There's a gremlin in the system.
It hit me on the head with a book.
Uh-oh. So
Yeah, they hit
Claudette,
Stefan in the head with a book.
you are gonna do
Sick.
because it's an investigation and you're walking around. I'm gonna have you do a shoes roll for me.
Oh, good.
Because you kind of have to pick your way. It's kind of difficult terrain. There's a lot of books on the ground. So you have to like climb over.
Who are
as
you
you're
talking
looking.
to, me or them?
Princess Claudette is gonna do a.
Oh, Princess Claudette.
Yes. Okay, my boots. I have very well. First of all, I'm very tall, as you've noticed.
I have noticed that.
And I like being tall. I want to be even taller. So I have tall boots.
Tall.
So I have extra height. So I believe that this might help me, give me a better vision. I can see over things and such.
Okay.
That's
I will give you advantage on that roll, on your
I
shoes
can
roll.
see clearly
Excellent.
now. It is gone.
I got a 2 and a 5.
Okay, so a 5 is a success. So you manage to pick your way over the books without hurting yourself or really destroying any of them too, which is a good thing. And you
Anyway.
are finding
Did
you
somebody just
find-
die? What
Yeah,
happened?
I guess so.
well,
Did
Princess
somebody roll
Micheline
one?
is she's investigating something. She'll be right back, I promise. So Princess Claudette, you actually find
We weren't talking
a
about
pile
Claudette.
of crumbs in the corner of the cookbook section. They look like maybe like cornbread crumbs, like a whole bunch of them around one particular shelf.
Well, I want to taste one and see if it is bland like everything else I've had for food today.
It definitely is.
That's not good. Well, it's curious. I will scoop it up. Is there a trail? Like, do the crumbs? Is this a breadcrumb trail?
It just might be.
Cornbread trail?
Cornbread trail.
I'm going to call for Dwarvenette. Dwarvenette, come join me. Let's follow this breadcrumb trail and see where.
Oh, somebody was eating in the library.
I know,
Against
not
the
good.
rules.
Not good.
So I would like a shoes roll from both of you.
Oh, because I have this big platform boots with the dragon head heels.
Well,
Like Gene Simmons.
roll.
So give me a roll.
Do I still have advantage or not?
Let's rock and roll.
I can see you having advantage, Claudette.
That means the higher of 2 dice is the one I.
Well, not necessarily. Tell me what you rolled.
Yeah, I got the 1 and an.
Hey, the bear is back.
Okay.
I got a 1 and an 8.
You have a D10, right?
You went to the restroom. You went to potty.
I went to Little Bear's room.
And
You got a 1? That means you can have your familiar help you.
Yeah, that means that you can have your Jeep help you right now.
That might be tricky unless we're leaving the building.
All right.
It's not like one of those Jeeps in Hanna-Barbera where they walk.
Dwarvenette, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay, so that 4 gave you a success, and you were able to follow the trail to the back door of the library. So Claudette, there actually is a little bit more of a trail out the back if you would like to.
I think I found something. I think I found something.
Okay, I'm right with you. Dwarvenette. Let's go. So maybe outside, Boujon, my pet Jeep, is there. And maybe I think Boujon spotted something and can fill us in on what we missed out here while we were inside.
You have a pet chimp?
Jeep.
A pet chimp?
Jeep.
Oh, and you can see?
Oh.
The cartoon.
Yeah.
Just big googly eyes.
Yeah, cartoon. You've seen
Oh,
cartoon.
He's like Benny the Cab.
We're in Cars, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we follow the trail with your Jeep, I'm going to check back in with Princess Micheline and the card catalog.
Yep.
So I'm going to have you roll a book check for me.
Okay.
Do you have the book
Books
check?
are not my thing.
Books are not your thing. Give it a shot.
No, I'm hearts and swords. I'm charming.
You are charming.
I am. But my sparkly die says
Yes,
an 8.
you are.
An 8. Okay, so we're adding another lesson token.
I'm just stacking these up. When I do a musical number, I'm going to rock.
Yeah, you guys have 4 lesson tokens at the moment. So yeah, the card catalog didn't seem like it was touched very much. So the space is a mess, but the card catalog is still intact, and you'd have
see
to
what I'm doing.
Yeah, you'd have to check through.
I'm looking at the card catalog, and I just kind of take that box with me, and I go over to the cooking section, and I see what books aren't there.
Okay.
Sorry, I used to be a librarian. What can I say?
I love libraries and I love librarians. No problems.
And bees.
I'm gonna say maybe this is a heart roll because you love the book so much and it's affecting you. So
I do love books.
Give me a heart
I even write
roll.
them.
Yeah.
I love
My sparkly die says 5.
Okay, that is a success. So as you are looking around, you're looking in the cookbook section over by where there is the most damage, and you're looking at everything that has been pulled out. And there seems to be like a very large volume that should be very easy to spot that doesn't seem to be here. And the thing that is missing, that volume, is the recipe book that holds all of the recipes of the winning recipe for each birthday bake-off.
Oh, okay. So it's a compendium of all the winners.
Correct.
Right. Like Best of Dragon magazine or something.
Correct.
There you go. Nothing but winners.
Okay.
All right. So
I
knowing
told
this,
everybody what I found. I come out and I go waving the card, and I say, "Look what I found! Look what I found!"
Oh.
I think there's a book missing. It is the compendium of winners from each birthday bake-off. Up till when? a year ago, 2 years ago.
Well, the birthday bake-off is next week, and so it's
Right,
up.
so it's last year's as well.
Yep.
Do we
Ooh.
know? Do we know who is entered to be a contestant in the Bake Off?
Well, that's the thing, is that anyone in the entire kingdom can enter.
I
And
want to
so
know, which I should be able to by
I want
looking
to
at the
enter. I
catalog.
want to enter. I want to enter.
I want to find out who won and who lost last year.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
So, actually, can you all do? I'm gonna have you guys all do a general book, because a general knowledge thing you might actually remember.
It had cake. I remember.
You do remember the cake, that one.
Yep. Sparkly die says 8.
I got it. I got rolled a deuce.
You rolled a 2,
Yeah.
Claudette.
A 10.
Oh, you rolled your crown, Dwarvenette.
an 8.
Okay, so Princess Nyla remembers that the person who won last year was actually the cook that's in your castle.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Claudette, you were able to use the power of your crown, and you remember there being quite the dust up, because you're pretty sure that the person who lost last year is the person who loses almost every year that they enter, and
What a loser.
that's the bitter chef.
The
You
bitter.
might not be able.
Loser chef.
The bitter
Madame
chef.
de Ramsay.
The bitter chef.
Loser.
Do we know where this bitter chef lives?
He doesn't live in town. He lives outside of town.
In the castle de Gordon Ramsay.
So he comes in every year and tries to win this bake off, but
Leaves
We know
swearing.
where he lives.
Oh, this is
you know
so
the
bad.
general direction of where
Well, I
he
think we ought to
lives.
go pay this guy, if not a visit, I think we ought to go at least observe this guy and see if he's doing anything suspicious, and see what we learn. You know, we're not going to learn anything sitting here, so let's go there and see if we can learn something.
Okay, Claudette, you can still use your Jeep because you had rolled to bring your pet in earlier. So if you would like to...
But maybe, of course. Yes. Everyone who want to climb in my Jeep, and I will take you there.
I have a bear, but thank you.
Okay.
You're
may
going to ride alongside.
I'm going to fly along, remember? I have a unibear.
I love it. Okay.
I have a flying monkey, he'll just carry me along.
So you know that that this bitter chef lives north of town, and kind of on the outskirts.
I want to say that I'm sure that this chef will one day be a winner, because if you keep trying, you will always end up a winner in the end. You just got to keep trying and keep trying.
Perseverance.
If not, I'll give him some advice, and then he will be a winner.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Oh,
what you
I'm
have
not
to
too
say
sure
to
of
this.
And a
ourselves,
unicorn.
are we?
Well, because I am the princess of fast off-road driving, of course, we will
You
go.
get there first?
I will have to, demonstrate my skill a bit and take a exciting route at high speeds.
And I'll just fly over there at a nice leisurely pace and
Ooh, my hair.
I'm flying overhead, and I'm getting a view of Princess Claudette, and I'm doing the drone thing, and I'm making exciting music.
Is your scarf flying in the... Perfect. I love it.
Get a
Okay.
close up, Mr. Bear.
All right, as you are heading forward, you're going around. You actually are coming up to the meadow that the bees from your castle generally gather their pollen from.
I see.
he could be poisoning our pollen so
Well,
that we have no good honey
Yes.
when it comes time to the contest. So I think we should see if he's poison. See if he's going out at night and spraying something on the flowers.
The perp is poisoning the pollen.
Are you gonna pause to check out the meadow then?
Well, sure.
Okay. You get into the meadow, and how often would you say that you come out here?
Well, I'm the princess of growing things. I'm out here just about every day.
Okay, wonderful. Then I'm going to have to say, Princess Nyla, that you would notice that there's usually a giant crystal column at the end of the meadow, and it's not there.
A giant crystal column. Is this a faceted, shaped, or natural thing?
So it looks kind of like an upside down ice cream cone.
Okay.
It is
Kind of like the thing on my bear.
a
Like
little bit
like
like
on,
the
The
thing
meadow is secretly a unicorn.
Yeah, it was a
Hooray!
unicorn meadow. But this is, as you would know, because you spend a lot of time in nature and you are understanding about the magic of this land, that is the spire of sweetness that provides the sweetness.
Okay.
So it looks like rock candy.
It does look like rock. It might actually be rock candy.
no,
think
dwarf,
it's-
dwarven,
The
dwarven-
big rock candy
rock-
mountain. We finally
it's the
found
big
the big
rock
rock
candy
candy
mountain.
mountain.
Lick it.
It's
Lick
not
it.
there. It's
It's-
gone.
rock. Oh, it's not rock
Can't
and
lick
roll
it.
candy.
It's missing.
It's missing.
It's been licked.
It has been spirited away.
Who
That's
took
great. That was
it?
great.
This
And
is
it
not
was-
good. Is there any tracks? Like maybe it was dragged away and left marks in the ground.
If you would like to go look at the base of where it should be,
Yes.
and then I would love a knowledge roll from all of you, or whoever is looking.
Well, I'm
Which
going to
is-
have my monkey pick me up and fly around briefly, like 20 feet away around, just to scope out the immediate area
Okay.
of where it was.
Your monkey is so cute. Can I pet it? Can I pet
Sure.
your
It's in the air.
If he
Go
bites you,
ahead
that's your problem.
and
Watch
um,
where you pet him.
if you are using your monkey, I'm going to say that you can have advantage on your roll to
All right.
at what you observe. Claudette, what did you roll?
7.
All right. That means you get another lesson.
Good. I need lessons.
You're not a big book learner, Claudette.
Oh, you need spanking.
All right, now I had advantage. That means I got to roll 2 dice.
Correct.
Well, I rolled a crown and a familiar, a 1 and a 6.
Okay, so that means you get to choose. Would you like to use your crown, or would you like to use your?
Well, I want to know. I'm going to use my crown. My realm being growing things, and we're out here in grow land.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my crown.
Okay, cool. Your crown was able to show, because you are so aware of what's going on with the plants.
Oh yeah, that's me.
That you can see that it looks like it was dragged a little bit, and then there was magical damage to the plants on the ground.
Okay, so it was drug away and then teleported out or something of that nature. All right, well, that means it's not going to be easy to track on the ground.
Well, but we have 3 people to be in the air, right?
That's right. We could all 3 of us go up into the air. At least I can for brief periods of time. And
Mr.
Go
Policorn and I are going up, and we're circling to see if we can see which direction the drag mark is.
Like which way it
Which
went.
direction? Yeah.
but then it stopped.
Yeah, it stopped and there was magical damage.
True, but if they could just teleport it, they wouldn't have had to drag it away. So I'm aiming and getting it all in my head which way the drag mark ends.
Okay. I think that it's going a little bit to the northwest.
Okay, is it going by the Grumpy Chef's place?
You've never been to see him, but you know that that is the direction that he lives.
Well, I yelled down to everybody, I think it's going to the Grumpy Chef's place, so I'm going to fly over there. Does anybody want to come along and get
I
a
will.
lift?
Yeah, my monkey will take me up and we'll go with you.
I've got a lot of bear here.
I will.
Unicorn.
I will ride.
Unicorn.
I'll take Dwarvenette and I will ride in my Boujon. We'll keep up. Don't worry.
Ooh, road trip.
Road trip.
I love
Okay,
road trips.
so you are
think
you
we
are
should be
heading
singing
toward
piece here.
you're heading toward the bitter chef's his where you think he lives.
Yep.
And as you're going, suddenly there's a commotion in front of you, and there's a whole bunch of giant, like they're about the size of wolves, but it's quiche, and they have little legs and little angry arms, and they're running around and they're screaming.
They're what?
Scary monsters.
They're monsters, scary monsters, but they're little quiches.
They're little quiches.
But
Little
they're
girly pies.
they're
Okay.
gir-
Yes.
They are girly pies.
Little girly
Oh my
pies.
God.
Little
Okay.
egg pies, if you
Hey,
will.
girly pies. Thank you.
This
I
is
know.
making me very hungry.
And there's like half a dozen of them, and they are certainly blocking the path of Claudette and the Dwarvenette because they are on the ground.
Okay. I'm going
Well,
to fly over.
I'm going to fly over them.
I'm going to see if there's something in my big book, flip, 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 of scary monsters that would be improved if I helped them. That will help me find out what they need.
Okay, that is absolutely a book roll, and then you get advantage on it because you're using your library book.
I have my library book. It's huge.
I want to eat one.
I got a 2 on my shiny die.
That's wonderful. That is a success. So you know
Quiche monster.
that the quiche monster's weakness is actually, the Dwarvenette hit it right on the head, is being eaten. Is its
I
weakness.
go, who's hungry?
Oh, I am.
Well, I'm is still kind of stuffed from overeating
I guess you would be.
today.
I
But,
didn't eat anything.
But I will grab my water cannon out of the Jeep and I will accompany Dwarvenette and protect her back while she attempts to consume the quiche.
Okay,
A little lower so I can grab one. A little
we're
lower.
gonna do
Okay, flying down.
Dwarvenette, you need to give me a sword roll because you are attacking. So while you are eating these quiche,
That'd be a
you will
fork
probably
roll.
be playing a really rad number on your guitar.
Mm.
It's one of
Do
those kind of
something.
70s Scooby-Doo music.
Okay,
Roll.
Stefan, you need to roll your die, buddy.
6.
6 is a success.
Oh, I got
Rock
you.
it.
I got
Okay,
you.
so you can very busily consuming one of the 6 quiche. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Hey.
And so I'm gonna let the other
bear want
princesses
some?
check out what they might want to do while
You
that's
can have
happening.
some too,
I'm
Dee.
going to unlimber my watering wand, put it on the little hard, high pressure nozzle,
Yeah,
and blow a hole right through one of those quiches. Pow!
that is a sword roll.
Okay. I got a 4.
A 4 is a success.
Uh-huh.
So,
So I just
I
smoked
land
a hole in
down.
the middle of one of them.
yeah, and
I
it
land
like
down in front of
splits
2
apart.
quiches. I land down in front of 2 quiches and I
Okay.
say, I've got a bear and I'm not afraid to use him.
That's
Stop.
just like a heart roll.
Yep, I'm trying to
Because you
scare him.
are trying to, you're using your
Intimidate.
exuberance. So go
Yep.
ahead and give me a heart roll.
My dice says 1.
Oh, that means that you get to use your polar corn.
My polar corn. Yes. I say, go get him, Mr. Polar Corn. Show him we're not kidding.
So your polar corn picks one up in his jaws and just like shakes it, and it flies apart, and he swallows half of it, and the other one, his little legs shake, and then he scampers off. So we have two left.
I will try to run over one, with my car very fast. It's like,
Perfect.
Push it.
Closer. Let me
That
grab
is that is because you are fighting. I'm gonna say that is also a sword roll. So give me a roll.
And because I'm the princess of off-road driving, maybe I can get to my advantage.
Absolutely, you get your advantage on that.
I'll
Alright.
keep driving.
There's one. Get
I
it.
got the 1 and a 9.
Okay, so you get to, because you rolled a 1, you get to use your
Oh yeah, I used the
Your pet?
1. Yeah, a Boujon. Yes, it just like bumps them out of the way, just like bam on that one and bam on that one, and just they makes them scatter.
So it made one. He gave up. He was done. He's like, I don't want to do any of this anymore. But there's still one that is stubbornly holding on.
Can I get that one? I'm still hungry.
Okay,
Oh,
give me
oh,
another sword roll.
Yes,
Dwarvenet.
Dwarvenet.
Closer. Okay, closer. 8.
8 is not a success.
Oh.
It's a lesson token. You guys are really using these lesson tokens. Okay, so he manages to dodge out of the way and actually circles behind over by Princess Nyla.
Oh, get it.
Okay, I'll whip out the old nozzle and fire off another deadly blast.
Okay, sword roll for me.
6.
Is a success, and you get to use your crown.
Oh,
for it.
that's right.
So, do you want to destroy him, or do you want to get information out of him?
Oh, information. Then we'll let Dwarvenet eat it.
Make him talk.
Perfect. Yeah, you've captured him. You have him.
All right, so we have the little quiche man monster. And so I immediately start to interrogate him. What's going on? Why are you here? Who put you out here? All the standard,
Sure.
500 questions all at
Cough that
once.
up before we cough you up.
We're supposed to stop you before you get to him because he wants to win.
Threaten him with hot sauce.
Don't hit me with hot sauce. I don't want hot sauce.
I'm gonna squirt it all over you.
No,
So,
don't do that. That sounds, no.
Him, by him,
Wait,
I
stop.
assume.
We're still princesses. We don't do torture.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. We just tease them unmercifully.
Yep.
Don't judge.
So, okay. In the interrogation here, we've determined that it's the bitter chef who has told them to keep us away. He's doing something in secret that has to do with stealing the source of all sweetness.
I didn't say any of that. You don't know anything. Don't tell him it was me.
That sounds
Of course not. Of course not. In fact, if you can outrun Lemmy, you're free to go.
Okay, so he
Make a run for it.
He takes off running.
Sick.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
2.
2. Oh, he makes it out. Lemmy gets distracted by some things.
Yeah. Okay.
It's maybe like the corpses of his fallen comrades.
So he ate one, they ate a couple. I blew one up with a water cannon, and one got away.
Couple made it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Two
the
made
bear
it
offered.
out.
The bear offered to share with Lemmy.
But
Oh,
now
nice.
I was as I was still up there in the air, because I'd been shooting down from above,
Sure.
I noticed what direction the quiche runs off, because I'm going to assume he's running off to tell his boss that he screwed up.
Yes, you see him run.
Hard.
He is also running in the direction that the column was being pulled. He's running northwest, and you see him sort of disappear into the mountains.
Okay, I relay that information to the rest of the group. This is what I just saw. He just ducked into the mountain up there. So I propose that we follow up to that place where he ducked into the mountain and see what we might see.
It's a quiche on the run.
And now I got a question as an aside. You suppose there's people really watching this right now?
I'm checking right now, as a matter of fact.
Hello.
I have to know.
I gotta wonder what anybody tuning in on this right now.
Are we Gen Con TV?
What the hell's going on?
No, we're streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll take a moment. How many people do we have watching, sir? Yeah, I think we have like we only have like 4 or 5 watching at the moment, but it's something
They're
that
probably asleep.
then we can put out later when we're done, and it'll be up and people can watch it at their leisure.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Okay, so you guys are going to head into the mountains. Because of the mountain paths and things, you can't really fly over and see anything. So you'll have to come back down and join up in the Jeep.
Okay.
Okay.
Because of how the
In the
passes
chimp?
are.
The chimp, you said?
The Jeep.
Jeep.
Jeep. Jeep. Jeep.
Somebody take that idiot's booze away.
It's a car. You guys have to get in the car. There you go.
I love it. Mr. Poldercorn climbs in, and the entire Jeep kind of goes.
And just sort of like to the side. To resituate yourself. It takes you
I
a
know
few
who gets to
minutes
sit next to my monkey.
to sort of like figure
sit in
out
his
how to
lap.
all fit inside.
You need to eat less cakes.
You should talk, Mr. Double Quiche Eater.
Yeah.
There was a lot of quiche happening.
I'm very spelt.
As you are heading through the mountains, it's hard to see ahead of you because it's very windy, the trail.
Okay.
So like it's sort of every time you come around a corner, it's a brand new thing for you to see. Like you can't sort of scout ahead.
Okay.
And as you're going,
Why is
suddenly
it so dark?
you hear in the distance, you hear sort of like really metallic noises.
Clank, a clank, a clank.
Yeah,
Like
clank.
machinery?
Yeah.
Metallica.
I hear metal.
Yep.
I hear
Metallica.
metal.
I love
You do
this
hear
stuff.
metal.
It's not machinery?
It's not machinery.
Is it cutlery?
It sounds like it could be something of that nature.
All right.
Eddie Van Halen. Ow! Yeah. Sammy Hagar.
So are you heading forward at a regular pace? Are you going to try to slow down? Are you going to try to change course at all?
Well,
Mr.
we got
Bear and I
one
gotta
pass
hop
through the
out.
mountains.
Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Bear and I are going to hop out and slowly sneak forward, which is impossible with an enormous white polar bear, but we're doing it anyway.
Great.
It's like
Nice.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Do you want me to stop
dun,
driving then?
Okay. So you
But if we want to stop, we could stop. But until the point we stop, I'm driving as fast as possible.
Faster.
all right. If you are driving as fast as possible, then I need a shoes roll from you.
All right. It is my princess realm.
It is. You may have advantage.
Okay, good. I rolled a 2 and a 7.
Oh no.
Am I going to learn a lesson?
I think you are going to
I hope
learn a
we are
lesson.
along with you.
So you take a curve too quickly,
There's
and
no such
your
thing.
Jeep overturns,
I
and
meant to
you're
do that.
all spilled out
I'm not in there, remember?
down the mountain pass.
I'm sneaking.
Okay, so Princess Micheline and her polar corn are still on the path, but the rest of you and your beasts have tumbled. You've overturned, and you're now sort of stuck in this little tiny ravine.
I act like this is just the way I stop.
Oh, yeah, smooth stop.
I planned it that way.
Hello.
Did somebody want to go on foot? That's what I thought.
Looks like we're stuck in a ravine.
Well, my monkey's going to grab me around the armpits and loft me out of there back up onto the road
Okay,
where
then
you came off.
I would need a shoes roll for that because you can use one of your lesson tokens.
What's shoes? I'll roll shoes.
Okay.
3.
Okay. You are able to get out. Your little beast pal helps you pulls you back up onto it. Yes, Princess Micheline.
I'm going to use one of my learning tokens, lesson
Okay.
tokens, and I'm going to have my beast and I fly down to pick up the whole Jeep
Oh,
and take
Ooh.
it back up. He's big.
perfect.
Flop,
Okay.
flop, flop.
All right, so the Jeep comes up. We are still missing Claudette, the Dwarvenette, and Lemmy are still down in the ravine.
Well, one thing at a time. Monkeys, they're out, right?
The
Can I
monkey
cra-
is out,
The monkey's
And
out. I'm
and
out.
Princess Nyla is out.
Okay. And Claudette is out because she's probably still in her Jeep.
No, she tumbled out.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's right.
Okay.
Too
Well,
bad.
tell me when I get done with the Jeep and everybody else keep climbing.
Okay, yeah, the Jeep, your Polarcorn was able to pull the Jeep up. It might take the rest of you to help sort of right it, but it is up on the mountain pass and not down in the ravine anymore. But we
Okay.
still have two princesses and a rat down there.
In that case, time to fly
They're
and
rad.
get the stoned princess out.
Well, okay. Well, while they're carrying, we can try to climb out on our own, can we not?
Yep, you can use a shoes roll to try to get yourself up.
Okay.
Dwarvenette also.
Oh, I'm going to activate my boots.
9.
Okay, you may roll yours with advantage. You can't seem to get out,
That's too bad.
Claudette. You're
That's
having
too bad.
you keep sliding
What?
back down.
Hold on to me because I'm going to activate my Gene Simmons dragon boots.
Uh-oh.
Now, you may not know this, but when I activate them, they spout fire, and that's going to propel us up. Okay, now hold on tight.
Oh, I want
Hold
to
on
see
tight
this.
while I activate them. Hold on. And grab your chimp.
That's just
Love you,
cute.
monkey.
It's nice, chimp. You
And I rolled a 3.
Okay, and a 3 does help you out. You do get out. You had no idea that fire could spout out of her shoes, and yet here it is happening. Claudette, you are slightly singed,
Yes.
but you do manage to come all the way out of the ravine.
Woo! Rock and roll, baby.
So I'm flying down on Mr. Polarcorn, and suddenly she rockets up right past me.
Yeah.
I stop and go, cool.
Yeah, it was
cool,
it
man.
was very
Wow.
cool to watch. It was
That was
super
awesome.
cool.
That was awesome, man.
Awesome.
That was. That was
Awesome.
awesome.
I feel like this is maybe a moment where, like, in the cartoon itself, you would have had a really amazing musical sting when you just came shooting right out of the room.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, perhaps you were also playing your guitar. I can't tell.
Playing his rat. Oh my
That was
God.
Lemmy.
Lemmy is also like
I just
he
grabbed whatever was
shreds on a
closest
guitar.
to me and started playing it.
Sure, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, so you have made it up out of the ravine. Everybody's beasts are out. It's gonna take you a few minutes to sort of right poor Bujan, who has
Fix my hair.
kind of on his side. And while you have been sort of monkeying around in this ravine, it's gotten very, very quiet in the area that you're in.
Small wonder.
And you look up, and there's a bunch of knives and forks surrounding you. A whole bunch of them.
What is that?
And they're kind of like
What?
they're people sized. They're like,
Watch out, they'll cutlery you.
yeah.
This does not look good.
That does not look good at all.
I'm gonna fly up close to one of the spoons and check my crown.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, I still look magnificent.
Okay, well, if you get close, then they're gonna try to attack you.
Good.
And that's why I have Dragon Bane. Dragon Bane bursts into flames. I grab it around the neck and I go, it's thumping time.
Okay. Then roll a sword for me.
And that's what I do. I do swords. 5.
A 5 is a success.
Yes, I thump on them.
Okay, so what is it that you're trying to do to this particular?
I'm trying to scatter them, and I figure if I'm doing that, I look like one of those scenes like the Death Dealer Boris Vallejo shot.
Oh,
I'm,
sure.
I'm on a barrack horn, and I'm basically like my hair's everywhere, and I'm flailing with what looks like a bass guitar made out of an axe.
Oh, my goodness.
That's flaming and hot on one side and cold on the other.
Oh, you mean
Okay.
I'm wailing away.
Oh, man. All right, so
I live for this.
yeah,
Ooh,
it
thumping.
seems that way. So you are able to take out 2 of the pieces of cutlery.
Okay.
One, because you said it's like a flaming axe, amazing thing.
Yeah.
One is just melted into a pile of
Wow.
of
And then
sludge.
frozen
Yes,
in terror.
correct. And the other one is bent so far that it can't do anything else.
Oh, look, it lost an argument with Uri Geller.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
just
was just thinking that.
bent in half.
Dated ourselves, Tim.
I think it has something to do with it.
Okay, so the
Next.
battle has taken place, and now they know that you're aggressive, and so they're going to try to do something back first. So, they're gonna try to
This
attack
aggression will not
you.
stand.
Well, my
Especially
monkey
Henry.
grabs me around the armpits and we fly up into the air and watch what's going on.
Okay, Princess Micheline, one of the forks pins you off at comes flying out, and he pins you off of your barracorn, and you're pinned to the side of the mountain.
I say as I'm starting to get my axe out, I'm screaming, "Oh, you do not, sister!"
He's being spooned.
Okay,
Ow.
so
I'm too young.
who's next? I'm gonna say Princess Nyla, did you want to do something, or are you
I'm watching.
staging? You're watching.
Princess Nala is watching and unlimbering her water cannon.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna get wet here.
Give it a minute.
I go running
Claudette.
over to help, but I'm in these super high platform boots, and it's very hard to run.
Run and flame them at the same time.
Yeah, Claudette, is there something that you would like to try to do?
Yes, I want to fire my water cannon from the back of Boujon, and it fires a sticky glue that binds something immobile, and eventually the glue melts away and is not harmful to the environment.
Okay, then.
Wait,
But that's tomorrow, right?
That's
firing?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're firing your water cannon from the back of your boujou?
Yes.
So
Well,
give
get out of
me
the
a
way.
sword roll.
That does not sound.
3.
A
Yeah.
3 does not make it. You can't
Go that
fight.
way.
Something must have knocked loose when Boujon overturned in the. So you're gonna have to take a minute to sort of fix that. So that was your
Repair it.
round.
Fix
You
your
got a leaky
boujou.
connection.
Yeah, something's wrong. Dwarvenette, is there something that you would like to do?
Something wrong with your boujon. Fix that water cannon firing boujon of yours.
Dwarvenette, do you want to do anything?
Oh, well, first I get out of the way of all of that. That was nasty. I get out of the way, and when I make sure it's clear that there's no spouting boujon,
Sure.
then I go and I leap and I grab for my friend.
Which
to
friend?
save- to Claudette, to save her from the spooning.
Oh, you're trying to get Micheline down because she's stuck on the wall?
Micheline
Yes,
is
he's
trapped.
being spooned.
Okay, so
To death.
that is a defending roll, so that's also a sword roll.
Okay, whatever.
Well, roll it for Christ's sakes.
Roll.
Oh, and roll it. 7.
A 7 is a success. So you jump up and you grab onto the end of the fork and the weight.
Oh, no. None of that. None of that. No spooning here.
No spooning here. You grab onto the fork, and the weight of you jumping up onto it loosens it enough.
Ask for consent.
Loosens it enough that Princess Micheline is released and is able to slide down. But now you're no longer up in the air, Princess Micheline. You're now down on the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it's your turn. So what would you like to do, Princess Micheline?
I'm going to whistle for my bear because we're going to go back into the fray.
Back into the fight.
Back into the fight.
Okay.
I'm a princess with an axe, and I want to use it.
Okay. And what are you? Are you back into the attack?
Oh yeah.
Give me another sword roll.
Okay. 6.
A 6 is a success.
Okay, I go wailing in once again and going, no cutlery sticks me to a wall.
That's right.
Right.
Will not be spooned.
You are very slowly getting them under control, but now they're gonna attack again. So they did not like
Can I
that.
use shoes to get out of the way?
On your next turn.
Rats.
So they didn't like that the Dwarvenette came in and manhandled one of their own. So they're going to
Spoon-handled.
attack spoon-handled. Yeah. So one of there's 2 knives that come down and they like cross in front of the Dwarvenette and they
You
trap
shall
her
not
behind
pass.
them. She's now trapped behind 2 knives.
Help! This cutlery is very aggressive.
And it's Princess Nyla P's turn.
Well, having readied the water cannon, put it on bucket filler, which is the one that comes out in a torrent.
Yeah.
I will immediately aim it at the 2 that have the Dwarvenette pinned up against the wall. And if the Dwarvenette gets a little wet, well, if she's free, that's okay.
Sure.
And I just let them have it full force, full bore.
Okay, sword roll for you.
6. Crown.
That is a success, and you use your crown, so it's like an extra success. So it rushes down and it catches them just at the right spot, and it knocks their, I would say legs, but they're just one.
Their handles
out from underneath them. Their handles out from underneath them, and it makes them fall to the side. It frees Dwarvenette, and it swoops them down over the edge into the ravine.
Tinkle, tinkle. There goes cutlery into the hole.
And now it is Claudette's turn.
I just made a hippie wind chime.
You did.
Have I adequately repaired my water cannon?
I feel like that's what you were ending up doing last turn, so you can absolutely try again with it. You feel good about it?
We'll take a shot at one of the rogue cutleries. 1.
That means that you get to activate Bujan. So
okay, then what it is that we go charging in, and it's kind of like the scene from the Desert Rats, you know, where the Jeep comes up over the hill and the
spraying bullets,
spraying sticky glue in a wide arc.
So you were able to.
Somebody just dated the hell out of themselves.
You're able to pin 2 in this.
Actually, I got the tapes last month, as a matter of fact.
They were trying to get away from you.
And got me in the eye.
I got him.
2 were up against the mountain, and they're just like stuck there. They can't go anywhere anymore.
Good deal.
All right.
They can still yell, and they're absolutely
stuck?
yelling.
Mike, when we take our break, I'll tell you about my little rat patrol thing, okay?
Okay.
We take our break.
And now it is the Dwarvenette's turn. You are free again. So what would you like to do, Dwarvenette?
You're a little wet, but you're free.
I'm free now?
Yes.
Wet and free.
Okay, I'm free.
Wow, that sounds like real hippie stuff.
Yeah. Wet and
Where
free.
am I?
Yeah.
Where am I? Where am I?
Down
You're
at the
free.
base of the mountain.
Oh, do I need to activate my boots again?
It depends on what you want to do.
I want to be where everyone else is.
Well, we're trying to get away from this cutlery. What do you want to do?
And I want to be where the party's at.
Well, then
No.
fight the cutlery.
Fight the cutlery.
Okay,
the
I fight
cutlery.
the cutlery.
Okay.
Use your sword.
Fight it.
Yeah,
I
use
fight
your-
the cutlery.
Get out your tarnish bomb.
Use your guitar and
I
roll.
I use my guitar.
Rad.
Woo.
So roll a sword roll for me and see what you're able to do.
Roll a damn die.
That's a 5.
A 5 is a success. So you
Oh,
use
good.
this rad guitar riff and you somehow hit a frequency that breaks all the tines off of one of the forks in front of you.
Roars our eardrums.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very concentrated, so you're all okay.
Rock and roll, baby.
Little thumping bass coming up behind you there.
Yeah.
I was thumping.
And so you've managed to reduce the party by over half, but there's still a few that are here. They seem very aggressive.
More aggression.
Princess Micheline is up next.
Princess Micheline. Well, Mr. Bear, Mr. Unibear, it's time to get smart. I fly up above where they are on the mountainside.
Okay.
And I look for a lot of big rocks to throw down on them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that is a knowledge check. So
Okay, books.
do a book, and you can have advantage. Oh, well, you don't need advantage. You did it.
Yep.
So you are able to find a bunch of these rocks that look like they're loose, and look like they would be going the right direction, but you won't be able to do anything with them until your next turn.
Okay, so I'm up there about to yell at everybody, look out below, except for them.
Yeah, look out below, avalanche.
Okay,
on the
and
way.
it's their turn, and they are going to attack Claudette this time. And you now have a fork that is actively pushing back against you and Bujan.
Oh,
There.
I feel like a lettuce.
but I'm like grinding. The wheels are me. It's like
Yep. But they're
this
able to
flying
keep you.
everywhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it is Nyla's turn.
Well, Nigel will aim her water cannon at the fork that's bothering him
Perfect.
and hose them down and make it all mud underneath so it has no traction.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh,
So that's going to
clever,
be
clever.
a defend roll because you're defending Claudette. And so that is another sword roll.
A 4.
Success.
Who knew?
So you end up, you make it so muddy underneath that he gets sort of stuck in it. He just keeps it, the Bujan keeps going forward and he just keeps pushing this fork down into the muck. Blah, 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 and then just is able to roll right over it. So that one is stuck down in the mud and
All right, good work, Claudette.
And of course, I really enjoy driving in the mud. It's very good. I'll do a couple extra fishtails.
Going off road.
And it's your turn now, Claudette. And there are 5 pieces of cutlery left.
Okay, well, we'll go after the next one. I'm not picky. Any of them will do.
All right, the closest one.
3.
The closest. Oh, 3 does not make it. Perhaps you had a little too much mud and you misjudged it and you let.
Can I use a lesson?
You can use a lesson.
I have 3 of them. I might as well use a lesson. Is it just another die roll?
Yeah. You just succeed.
Oh, I use a lesson then.
At what you're trying to do. Okay, so you start to spin out as because of there's too much mud, it's too slippery. But you, because you are so good at driving, remember how to cut the wheel properly so that you can start going the direction that you want to go.
Okay.
So
Sprint car racing.
yeah, so you end up sort of drifting into the proper
Track,
place.
all right.
And then as you come around the corner in that drift, the tail of your car just sort of like back bumper just smacks this piece of cutlery and it goes flying off into the ravine.
Perfect.
And you've taken one out.
And my And in the close-up shot shows my scarf just billowing in the background, and I
Oh, yes.
And your hair as well. And you
my
look,
hair.
yeah, you look
and I can-
really. This is a moment in the show where it would be in slow motion.
yeah, I
See
I
the
also have a
action.
great Derek Zoolander sort of look.
Oh,
Yeah.
right into the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's going on. Oh,
Let's see.
Stefan came back.
we got him back.
Yay!
Yay!
Back! No, not the lips.
Am I still visible to you guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's
And you
weird.
look great.
Okay, I'm back on the screen again.
Yeah, you look.
Let's take. We'll take 1 second. And I'll check with my tech guy. Are we all still good?
Okay. I'm
He
now
said
the
we're
game
good.
mistress.
He's scooting everybody around. We're good. Okay. And actually, Dwarvenette, it is your turn, and there are 4 pieces of cutlery left.
Ooh, can I juggle them?
You can try.
They're as big as you are.
It is that would absolutely be a fight thing. So go ahead and roll your sword.
Ooh, 2.
2 does not make it. You go to pick one up. You say, "I'm gonna juggle you," and you go to do it, and you realize that they're much heavier than you anticipated, and you end up just kind of like,
Yeah, big and heavy.
They're the good silverware.
yeah, they are. They're the silverware you take out for the guests. That's right.
Okay.
Thick
The
handles.
silverware that takes the guests out.
Correct.
Yeah, the one with the
and
thick handles.
Princess Micheline, you could
So
now
aggressive.
deploy. It's your turn.
Well, I stand up, I yell, "Look out, guys!" And me and Mr. Bear roll a bunch of big rocks towards the remaining cutlery.
Okay, so do a sword.
My sword is 6.
Okay, it is a success. And so you sort of slam into the mountain to loosen up, and you are able to pick the exact correct
The right rocks.
boulder to sort of move a little bit, and it starts rolling. And as it's rolling down, it takes out 3 of the remaining
3.
4.
Oh,
So there's
good move.
1 left.
Trebion.
One of those extra big serving forks.
Oh,
you
an extra
use.
big serving fork. Okay.
You know, like the ones that you would use when you're cutting up meat.
Salad fork.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Surrender, or it's goodwill for you.
Oh, well, it's his turn.
If just forks and spoons do this, imagine if we ran into a butcher knife or something.
Yeah.
A meat cleaver.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
He starts closing in on you. He was sort of hanging in the back, so he's just coming in.
Closing in on me because I'm up on the mountain.
No, on the rest of the party.
Okay,
You're
gotcha.
walking in. And it's Princess Nyla's turn.
Well, we're going to turn the water cannon on the serving fork, and we're going to hit it right where it's walking on the ground and try and knock its feet right out from underneath it, because it's got to be pretty wet and slippery up here by now.
Yeah, it's treacherous terrain.
So that's what we're going to do.
All right.
Did you say terrain? Terrain?
I did.
Never heard of it.
Just ran away with spoon.
So what do I do? A sword roll?
A sword roll.
You just roll.
6. Crown.
A 6 is a crown, so you definitely succeed. And because you are so smart and good at what you are doing, you hit him in the exact point that would help him topple the easiest. So you hit him about a third of the way up, like where a person's knees would be, and it just takes him out, and he falls flat down on his front. So he's not out, but he's incapacitated.
Oh, quick, let's shove him over the edge. Scoot him along the ground and shove him over the edge, down with his other buddies. We can finish the wind chime.
Yeah. Well, you're up tall, so
And
because
does the silver
you're up
drip
above.
are for
So
you?
Claudette, if you would like to do that, it is your turn.
Uh, may we drive
Okay.
up and I could see going up and I'm probably doing it where I'm starting, my wheels are spinning so fast, but I'm not really going very fast, and then it just slowly picks up and just rams into him.
Grabs him, takes him over the edge. Because he's
Tinkle,
Wow.
incapacitated, I'm not going to make you roll for that.
tinkle, tinkle.
It just looks cool.
Great.
Everybody else has been taken out, so you now have a clear path to continue through the mountains.
Oh,
But I'm going to say that is a good pausing point. So why don't we take our like 5-minute break, and if anybody needs to do
Yep.
I
bathroom
killed little
things or
princesses from them,
get
so
food or snacks or drinks, so we're gonna just take a few minutes and then
all
we'll
right.
come right back and finish
Mike,
this
I'll
chapter.
tell you my rat patrol story.
okay.
I wrote an adventure. In fact, Lloyd Metcalf and I are going to be putting it out in coming months. And the bad guys are 3 rats
Mhm.
that wear hats with sunshades down their neck, and they're named. They are named for the 3 guys in the Rat Patrol. When I wrote that thing, I had to go look up the Rat Patrol on Google to find out what their names were because I could not remember. But I went and I named them after those guys, and then the bad guy who leads them is like tailored and looks like Eli Wallach as a weasel.
Okay, that fits.
Yeah,
That fits
yeah,
perfectly.
and he looks like Tuco. All right, I'll
Yeah.
see you
Well,
in a
see, what's
few.
happening with our crew is that in another game I'm in, one of the young men in the game, he's in his mid-20s, has gotten into World War II stuff. So I keep picking up various shows. I brought Baba Black Sheep over and let him check it out.
Oh, I
And
love
then he said,
that.
"Well, you got anything more like that?" And I said, "Well, there's McHale's Navy, or there's this." And so each week I've been digging around and finding these old shows and sending them over to him. And I've been trying
Get
to
in
explain.
combat with Vic Morrow.
Yes, I grew up on combat, man.
Yeah, I did
Combat
too.
was great.
I
Yeah.
did too.
And yeah, the thing was is that with combat, actually, I had a real big thing for that because I was a kid, a service kid in Germany. Not that, I mean, it was quite a ways after the war, but, it's still, you run around Germany going, yeah, okay, hedgerows.
Yeah, yeah. You're living the history instead of seeing it. All right, I'm going
Yeah,
to take a quick break, my friend,
same
and
here.
be
Catch you in a
back in
bit.
5. All right.
Okay. Hasta, bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, do it. There's only an hour left. Yeah.
We do? Where is it?
Stella, where's Light? Does it matter?
Okay.
Yeah, I have to get my head back in and around it. Okay. Okay, that should be.
Oh boy. We're not on the air yet.
No,
You
we
gotta-
haven't switched back in yet.
Yeah, you gotta let me know. Yeah.
Very well. Yeah, we'll definitely say something before we go live. Just waiting for.
No, we'll make sure you got your pants up, Stefan.
I'm not wearing any pants. What?
Don't need them. Don't need them.
Pantless princess.
There has been
Okay.
some chat. People are are enjoying it. Not a ton of people are watching, but the people that are watching are getting a big kick out of it.
Oh,
So
just wait till the word gets out.
So if you guys are on the Twitch channel, you're on YouTube.
right.
I actually tuned in for a little bit, and that might have been what made him freeze. So I stopped watching, sadly.
Oh no.
You can watch
That's okay.
it
It'll
later.
be available later, Anne, for you to watch.
Awesome
Okay.
sauce.
So D says our audio is broadcasting over YouTube.
Need some powder. Yeah.
Yeah?
Powder.
It's okay. in YouTube, the audio.
I mean,
We come back and have me like
Right-
the
right now while we're on break.
Yeah,
it's-
and come back
Oh,
and
she's-
do a powder puff. on it.
Weird. Okay.
There you go. Oh,
Sarah.
we're all back.
Okay, and we're back. Oh, yep.
I'd
Dwarvenette
just like to
getting
say, Peter,
a little bit extra.
Yes, Mike.
yes, I think the blue wig suits you.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah, it's a lovely color on you.
It
you.
is.
You have a great unicorn crown there, Mike.
Thank you.
Geez, why don't we both simper a little more, huh?
I fluff my hair, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I used to fluff mine, but then it left, so
Maybe you fluffed it too much.
I might have been.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we have made it through.
That's
You
you
have-
sent me one of those, Stefano.
Hmm?
You sent me one of those.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got one of those. You sent it to me.
yeah. There's nothing in here.
Yeah,
Just my
yeah,
Pringles.
Yeah,
of course.
you're.
Liquid potato chips.
That's not at all suspicious. The way that you described that.
Oh,
Good job.
no, Nothing.
All right, so to do a quick recap of what we did in the first half. So we you discovered that the sweetness, it seems to be missing in the kingdom. You investigated, there's a book of all of the winners of the
Thank you,
Queen's Birthday
Mr.
Bake
Bear.
Off is missing from the library. You have encountered a couple of some lackeys. You encountered some quiche men, and then a whole set of cutlery, and they have been trying to stop you from getting to the bitter chef.
Very aggressive cutlery.
Very aggressive cutlery.
Very.
glad that my cutlery is not nearly that aggressive at home.
I'm
Um,
working. I'm worried about the chopsticks.
There was some
Good job.
spooning. Some
some
spooning.
spooning. And,
You're just
and,
jealous that they didn't want to spoon.
and a
with you.
little bit of forking, as it
Yeah.
turns out.
But
so
no
you guys-
knifings.
No knives.
knifings.
No knives.
No knifings.
No.
You're able
No
to avoid
knifings.
the knifings.
Try to cut up.
Oh,
Okay, so you are now past those that cutlery and
Still trucking through the mountains,
still
right?
trucking through the mountains. As you're coming around these still really tight bends and things, it's hard to see, but you come around a corner and it opens up into a big broad area that is much flatter. It's sort of a valley inside the mountains, and there is what appears to be a big compound sort of in front of you.
We'll be coming round the mountain when we come. We'll be coming round the mountain when we come.
uh-oh. So, what's the compound look like? I mean, is it old-fashioned or new or something like that?
So where you live is very like fairy tale
Medieval.
princess town, very classic fantasy. This looks really kind of sterile and really sharp angles and clean lines and just sort of very modern looking.
Danish modern. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So there's one of the guys that like does food trucks,
Yeah,
but he's not friendly.
it seems that way.
Gastronomic cooking. He has a
Bauhaus.
lab, a gastro lab.
Bauhaus modern.
Yeah, Bauhaus. Okay.
Maybe Princess Nyla could plant some nice flowers or something to spruce it up a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
This guy needs to know about me.
Well, I've always got a pocket full of petunia seeds, and I've always got a pocket full of pea seeds. So
What's in your pocket?
I could plant a few. I could plant a few pea vines, and I could plant a few petunia seeds, and then I would get out my magic water dealing device, and I would give it a gentle rain while reading out of my book, which is titled "How to Make Things Grow Fast."
oh, okay.
Stepping back.
And
that's
I
the
would
area.
try to make a little plot of pretty petunias and pea vines.
Okay. You can have advantage on your roll, and that's gonna because you're using your book.
I
It'll be a
don't
knowledge
get
roll.
it. I don't
To be a what?
A
you
knowledge
just-
roll. So do your book.
Did he pee on the seeds? Is that what happened?
I mean,
It says Dwarvenet, do you have cannabis seeds in there in your pocket?
Yes. I have brownies.
I didn't make my book roll.
what did you roll?
I rolled
Aw.
a 4 and a 5.
Okay. So
You could use a lesson.
you could use a lesson. Or you could just
Yeah, I want to use a lesson, and I want to make these peas and petunias just spring up like magical, and
Okay.
I want to smell the aroma of the petunias to see if they have their natural, normal, nice, sweet floral smell,
Okay.
as well as the pea blossoms, which also pea blossoms have a very nice, delicate smell. So they grow up,
Yeah. So
and I
it's
smell
like
them. Do they
seeing
smell like they
less-
should?
They don't smell quite as sweet, but they smell sweeter than any of the flowers that you could smell back at your castle.
Okay.
What a honey pot.
All right. So we're on the right track. I'm guessing it might be I'm the brainy one, remember?
I do.
Yes.
If you forgot, I was going to remind you. I'm guessing that they might be sweeter because we're getting closer to the presence of the purloined source of all sweetness.
Uh-huh.
That's my guess. That's my hypothesis.
Let's operate on that assumption.
So let us proceed
Yes, we will
toward
proceed
the compound, get a
the
little closer to the compound
to the
and see what
compound.
we see
To the compound.
Okay.
to the compound.
The
Um,
compound.
Are you trying to be sneaky?
I'm
I think they
having
know
my
we're
monkey.
coming.
My monkey grabbed me under the armpits, and we went up in the air about 35 or 40 feet to see what
Okay.
we could see.
I'm going to be on the ground walking with my barrack horn because it looks more intimidating that way. I have my axe over my shoulder,
Okay.
and I'm looking like I'm a very determined princess, partially because I do need to comb my hair, but I didn't.
Okay, sure.
And that makes you look determined.
Very determined.
Okay.
I understand.
All right.
Yeah, there you
Wow,
go.
I'm
You're
determined.
You're
Very
determined.
determined. That's what happens. Extra determined.
Yes, I
I don't
am.
think
but
I don't think in 15
don't get in my
years,
way now.
I don't think in 15 years I've ever seen the
It
top of
looks
your
very,
head.
it looks
Well,
very
here, I'll let you see it
handsome.
It's
again.
a very special day.
Ah, my eyes.
Handsome, very
Now
handsome.
you know why I have to wear the hat when I do the videos, because my head flares out.
Very handsome, very handsome.
It's
That's
wonderful.
why I wear the cappy. I've been wearing a cappy for 3 years now, just for that reason.
It's always your gang signs or something, you know.
So, yeah, Union Artillery. That was quite a gang.
Yeah,
Part
there were a
of-
lot of them, man.
Union Artillery. Give me a good battery of 24-pound Parrots.
Yeah,
That's a
the
good gang.
drive-by is kind of slow.
Okay, so you guys are approaching the compound and not very stealthily. You want them
No.
to know that you're there. So you
Okay.
guys are all coming in.
We can go fast though.
Yes, you can.
I'm
Yeah.
skipping and tripping. I'm
Yeah.
We
skipping.
can go fast.
That's
You're skipping and tripping.
So a chef comes out
Skipping
of
and
the
Okay.
compound.
Is it Is it the bitter chef?
It is not the bitter chef.
We don't
It
know. We've
is-
never seen him before.
Yes, we have.
You have. You see him at the contest every year.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
This has
it's
occurred.
not the bitter chef. This is his sous chef.
Sue.
It's sour chef.
And he comes out, and his name
A
is
chef named
The
Sue.
who
his
chef?
name, his
The
name
who
is
chef?
Umami. Is his name?
Oh, umami.
Umami.
He's wearing a very tall
Umami.
chef's hat. Very
Oh, big
tall.
toque. Okay.
Big
Two-
huge
Yeah.
toque.
Who's Umami
And-
Oh,
now?
I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him.
and
Who's your
sure,
mommy?
yeah, you're welcome to talk to him.
Okay, Mr. Who Chef, what is going on here? And who's your mommy?
No, that's my name is Umami. It's Umami is the name.
No,
It
your
says it.
mommy.
It
Your
says it
mommy.
right here on
Not
my.
my mommy. Not my mommy.
No, that's not.
Don't look like a mommy to me.
That's not how.
No.
Listen who. Listen who. I don't know whose mommy it is, but what's going on here?
So, you have come very aggressively to where we live, and we're just trying to get things ready for the Queen's birthday bake-off. We're not doing anything.
No, we're
I
not
say-
aggressive. Forks are aggressive. And spoons.
They're pretty aggressive.
We've just seen it in action. You know,
I don't. There's no
yeah.
forks here. We're not.
Yours are a lot smaller.
But you see, in my best bluffing manner, we
Mhm.
know what's going on. We know that someone in this compound, the source of all things sweet, has been secreted. We know that the guy you work for is trying to rig the contest this year. He's taken all the good recipes away. He's taken all the sweets away. Now, what would be nice if somebody won it with a nice savory pancake? But that being the case, we know what's going on here. So don't give us any song and dance about us being aggressors. We're coming for what is actually rightfully ours. We're just trying to get it back.
I
no,
step
Remy,
forward
no,
and I say,
no.
wait. It's obvious you want to win, right? And
I mean,
you'd be
everybody
happy
likes to
win.
win. Who does? I mean, nobody likes losing.
No one does.
There
And
are
we
no
don't like
losers
losing.
here. No
But
losers.
maybe we could help you be better at winning, and you wouldn't have to sneak around and make armies. of really bad tasting food. But really, Armies, had you ever thought of that before? I'm calling upon my all about scary monsters who would be better if I helped them.
All right. That feels like a heart roll
It's a heart roll.
to me.
So bad cooking counts as scary monstering.
Yeah.
Now I can see that.
6. No, 5. Correction, 5.
A
It was
success.
glitter. I couldn't see past them.
You seem like you're getting through to Umami.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty tired of always losing and having to come back here.
I bet you are, too.
I really am.
And I know that nobody feels bad about it if you had a chance to win fair and square.
He doesn't appreciate me. I try really hard.
I'm sorry. Why don't you sit down and tell Mr. Barracorn and me all about it?
Well, I'm not supposed to leave the front gate.
Well, we can stay here. And I settle down, and Mr. Barracorn kind of spreads his arms in a big semicircle, so it's like a couch. And I sit down on one side and offer him a seat.
He's gingerly. Are you sure I can sit? This is a bear.
No, it's a unicorn. Shh, it's a unicorn.
Okay.
It's very important that he's a unicorn.
Whatever you want.
Right. Just as long as your unicorn doesn't decide he'd like to eat me.
No, he won't eat anybody.
Unicorns are herbivores.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
So Claudette and Boujon, we settle in as if we're like extending the circle of love.
Oh.
I love it.
Sit down and join and like relax, like we're going to listen to the wisdom from Princess Micheline.
Okay. So.
Oh, me too.
Are
No.
you?
Mrs. Michelin pulls out her really big book.
Not me.
And
Me
I'm
and the
figuring
monkey.
Tim's sneaking around, getting ready
Me
to
and
do
the
something.
monkey are going up about 30 feet and make sure nobody's creeping up on us.
Okay.
And gonna eyeball around while you guys are all down there spinning yards. We're gonna do a little reconnoiter of the compound from a height of about 35 or 40 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that with Princess Nyla first.
Okay.
No metagaming now.
Because you're doing I think this is a shoes roll, because I know that you're not technically walking around, but you're trying to get the lay of the land. So I'm thinking a shoes roll.
Sneaky roll.
Now shoes is one of my one of my specialties. That mean I get an extra die?
Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage if you're extra good with your shoes.
Well, I rolled my monkey twice.
Okay.
You know how strange that sounded.
So
I just tuned in right now.
Yeah.
I rolled my
Rolled my
monkey twice.
Leave your monkey alone.
Okay, so
You
I'm
make
gonna
a girl
say
blush.
that
You know
That
what's
monkey,
really
funky.
You know what's really disconcerting? Jeff's picture down here in the corner that never moves.
never moves.
Yeah, it's like he's
He's just
pretty
he's just
disconcerting
staring
right
at
there.
you.
He's
Yeah,
judging us. He's judging us.
It's not
Okay,
just
so-
his picture. He's just very still.
what'd my
So-
monkey do? What
so your
monkey
monkey is able to swoop you
What is my
down
monkey
very
doing?
close to the compound, and so
Okay.
you're able to really find out the layout. There are 2 buildings up front, and then a very big building in the back, and there's a lot of smoke and cooking smells coming from that back building.
Okay. Lots of different chimneys where
Yeah,
okay.
lots of sources for.
Okay, so it's an
renting.
industrial sized kitchen. All right,
It's, yes,
gotcha.
very big.
Castle sized kitchen.
Correct.
I would guess then that it's somewhat bigger than what this compound would normally call for.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Industrial type production. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna scoot back. And when the camera flashes back to poor Umami, the sous chef, Umami is just like is broken down and is crying and is talking about.
I'm patting
how
him on the
all
back and
I
saying,
wanted
"Get
when
it all
I just
out."
wanted to be able to like be the very best chef that I could be. And he just yells at me all the time. And I
Okay, I'm
never
patting
get
you on
to
the back and
try my own stuff. I wanted to leave, but I was afraid that I would never get another job. So maybe you could help me get another job, and then I
we
wouldn't
can
have
work
to
on that. I
stay
think it's a
here.
good idea.
You
You
could
can
come.
branch
Yes.
out and maybe you can even help him someday.
Why couldn't he come and be a chef for us? We need a chef
Definitely.
in we live in a castle, in a palace castle.
We always have lots of big dinners
Is
and
it
things.
nice? Are there
It's
places
very
to
nice.
sleep?
It's
that
very
aren't
nice.
Many
like
places
in-
to sleep.
You can have your own room. You can have the run of the kitchen. There is no other chef, so you could be the chef instead of just. You don't have to put an adjective in front of it. You could just be.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have a baker, but we don't have a chef, so you can be the
I
chef.
would like that.
Yes, you could come live
That
with
sounds
us.
Yeah,
That sounds
we
wonderful.
could hang out and we could hang out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
I
that
might
sounds
point out that we've not tasted anything this person's made.
Okay.
We might
Don't be a
could be
bummer.
condemning ourselves. as
Disembodied voice from
now.
above goes, "Wait, don't
There's a
tell
reason
them that we
he
want
loses.
to shop."
Does Princess Nyla
The
say
reason he
something?
loses every year.
Hmm,
Every year he loses.
He does.
Yeah, well, what's that tell you?
Is
I'm
that
not the
him
chef.
though? That's the guy he's working
That's
for.
the guy I'm working
Oh, okay.
I have a
You're
sense
better.
that if he was just
But
But you're
allowed,
only as good as your supporting staff.
yeah.
You can get
If
better.
you don't listen to supporting staff, though, what happens?
Sometimes you're right. Okay, all right. I just thought I'd drop that one in there like a little floater in the punch bowl. That's all.
Oh, think of the places.
Thank you for that sharing moment.
So, Umami kind of like dries his tears and takes off his choke. And he says, I was all prepared to just fight you guys." And he starts pulling things out of his choke, and there's so many weapons. It's knives and spears. It's
Swords
like
and
Mary
spears.
Poppins hat happening. He just keeps pulling
Evil
things
Mary
out.
Poppins.
He's
I
pulling
mean,
spears out of his little
We
spears.
dodged a
Giant-
bullet.
Holy cow! This is a
We
bag
dodged
of
a
holding.
bullet.
giant
Oh my
things,
God.
just keeps pulling out all of these things, and then he says, and then he says, "Hold on," and he shakes the head out, and just like a whole bunch of
Clank.
mean looking rats come out, and they scatter and they run away, and he just I just
Hey, come back.
well, you
Yeah, Lemmy's liable to fall in love and run away.
And he's going, wait, Mom.
you're much nicer than I thought you were gonna be, and so I'm not gonna fight you, but I do think I should probably either leave, or you should like hide me, or maybe I don't know.
I drive really fast, so I could
Yeah.
just take him back to our place real fast and come back real fast.
Oh,
Is it the party?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
road trip. Road
You
trip.
You can walk around and explore the place and learn all about your new home, and then we will. When we finished recovering the Tower of Sweetness, then we come home to a good dinner.
And
Okay.
maybe we can have
Or we can pretend it's a role-playing game and just say we did all that stuff, and now the cook's back there and we're ready to keep on going.
okay.
And all that
so,
time just went in one of those freestyle.
quit doing a meta, Tim.
Huh?
Bad boy.
except that it is going to take a bit of time, so you will be split for a little bit of time.
I don't like splitting parties.
I love
Right.
the party.
Who's gonna stay? Who's gonna stay?
I
And
like
who's
to be
gonna
the
go?
party.
Don't split up. Stay together. We could get spooked.
Oh,
I
split
could
up.
just hide, maybe, if you could.
Okay.
I'll just hide. So Umami scampers away, and hides. And says, "Please don't
Okay.
forget me when you're going back."
Oh no.
Promise.
And so
If we're alive,
Umami
we'll
goes
take you
in
with.
and hides. And
Oh,
I'll just conveniently leave the front gate open
Oh, how
by
convenient!
accident.
Perfect.
And
Convenient.
tips away.
sneak, sneak.
So
sneak,
now
sneak.
we're at the conveniently left open front gate of the compound.
Correct.
And I've scouted it all out. I've told the group what they've seen, that the big bakery, cooking, kitchen area is the big building in the back. There's a building on either side. They don't appear to be all that important right now, unless we want to go look and see if that's where they keep the foodstuffs or something. I didn't see any people there. least you didn't tell me there are any people there. All the activity and all the good smells are coming out of the building in the back. So now you all know the
Are
lay
you
of
the
the land.
princess of tactics?
Is it a compound or a
Are you the princess of
factory?
tactics?
Yes, I'm
You
the
got this
Brady one.
nailed.
She's
I'm the
Brady-
Brady one.
she's
It
the
said
Brady one.
it said that when I
Hey,
rolled it
listen
up.
to Jimmy.
Dang.
Listen to
I'm the
Jimmy.
Brady one.
He has a lot
You
of
sure
experience.
are.
There's a
Well,
lot
I
of
can't help it.
experience.
Hey, nerd girls rule.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Woo.
All right.
Argue that one, Mike.
All right, so where are you
Not
heading?
with my crowd. My wife and my daughters would beat me to death
I hear you.
because I train them well.
That's right. That's right.
Nerd girls are the best girls.
Accurate. So open door.
Yep. Let's go through the
Okay.
open door and
I'm
head
not a bear. or a unicorn. I'm
Now,
just
wait a minute. Open
going
door.
on in.
This is an open door to the kitchen, or is this an open door to the compound?
Open door to the
compound.
compound.
Okay, so we're at the front of the compound. There's a building on the left, a building on the right, and this big building down at the middle at the back,
Very good. Let's go to the big building where all the activity is.
where all the good smells are coming from.
Yes. Let's go for the good.
I hope it's good smells. If it's awful smells, we know what the problem is.
Does
Right.
this building look big enough that the pillar of sweetness could be inside of it?
It doesn't
No.
look big enough to fit the pillar of sweetness
Is there any
from the
pla-
outside.
Is it
One big pillar.
does there appear to be any place in this compound where the pillar of sweetness could be?
Or
Uh,
they could have put it on its side and shoved it in.
I forgot
right,
all about the pillar. of
standing
sweetness.
up, it
Oh my God.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't look standing up like it could fit in any of these buildings.
Would it
Wow.
if it was
Like
laying
side,
sideways, would
maybe?
it still be the pillar of sweetness, or would it be the log of sweetness?
Or
don't
maybe
If
they
it's the
cut it up
source
and
of all
put it into
sweetness,
its
what
stuff.
difference do
Or
you
the
call it?
quiche of sweetness. The quiche.
Yeesh.
Well, I think we still have to go investigate the main room that Princess Nyla has found for us, where all the activity is. Let us go. Let us go. Delay no
Yes.
more.
Great. So you approach the big building
Mhm.
in the back where all of the
Not
good smells
sneak,
are coming
not
from.
sneak, not
And
sneak.
softly, are you being quiet?
No, I'm
Oh.
being visible, and everybody else can sneak.
Oh, I see.
Well,
I'm
I'm
like a
hovering.
bear.
You're being
I'm
out
re-
in front.
I'm
I'm
really
Yeah,
hovering.
I'm being out
No
in front.
idea what's going on.
That's
Yeah,
that
we're
tracks.
aware of
Yeah,
that.
that tracks. So you guys, approach the big industrial kitchen with all the smells coming out, and as you are getting closer, the smells. I mean, it smells like cake and
Mm.
and pie and
But does it smell like good
desserts.
cake or pie?
It does. It smells
Or...
wonderful. Your mouths are all watering
Smells
because it
I
smells
think I understand
So,
what's going down.
extra sweet here.
My
So-
monkey's losing it. He smelled a peanut butter chest pie.
Oh yeah,
My
he's
monkey's just losing it.
just
I do believe I have worked up an appetite.
yeah.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Um,
I'm
and
still unhappy
as
because I
you-
didn't
as
get
you
this
come-
stuff before.
come up to it. The door itself is locked. It's not easy to get into. So
Let me open the door. Let me.
Sure, go for it.
Can let me open it?
I don't know. Well, I think that's a book roll for knowledge to see if
Ah.
rats know how to open doors.
Yeah, I
And
want
he pulls out a tiny safe kit. He opens the tiny thieving kit.
Right?
looks over
It's just,
the tiny-
he has the smallest thieves' tools in the
Got it.
world. Little lockpicks.
Just
I use my tail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Give me a book roll.
No, 9.
Oh no.
9.
You go Lemmy, and Lemmy
Lemmy,
runs
go.
up to the door and looks at it and is very confused, and then looks back at you and sort of chitters a little bit and shrugs his little rat shoulders, and then runs back to you and is like, I'm a rat. The door.
Clap my hands. It's just
I know
adorable.
you're right.
So
Oh,
cute.
I love you. I love you.
I will go up and
I love you,
just
Lemmy.
try and open the door normally.
Okay. It feels like it's blocked by something.
I'm going to go up and I'm going to say to Mr. Bear, or rather Mr. Unicorn Bear, I'm going to
Mhm.
say, please open the door. totally treacly happy voice.
Okay.
And I'm going to be taking a page from something I saw on YouTube last week where a bear kicks open the front door of someone's house. You saw that.
I did see that.
And the door bounces off the other side of the wall, and the bear stops it from bouncing back at itself and then strolls in.
That was terrifying.
Yes, I know.
It like splintered the door. I was like,
It's a good reason not to live anywhere where they have
it like
bears.
held the door open and looked around for a while, like, yeah, okay, now I'm in. So
All right,
I'm going to say,
house.
Mr. Unicorn Bear, could you open this door, please, Mr. Polarcorn?
So I'm going to say that you can either roll for that or you can use a lesson.
How about roll
I'm
for
going
it,
to use a
then you
lesson.
listen if you fail.
Yeah, use a lesson.
What is this YouTube you speak of?
And the lesson is that you showed
It is a mystic
your-
crystal ball.
you showed your polar corn that exact video.
Okay.
Oh, it must have been on
I
your
hold out a little
Palantir.
crystal ball and I say, look at this. Everybody
Mhm.
gathers around. And somebody says,
And-
hey, show another one.
Yeah, and so the polar corn is like, I could do that. And he walks over to the door and just demolishes it. And it splinters, flies inward.
How does Lenny react to that? See, that's Lenny. That was how you were supposed to do it.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Okay, go look.
Letty walks up to
Go
the
look.
splinters of the door and goes, tap.
Yeah, he moves a little bit of the splinters and looks incredibly proud of himself. Like, clearly I did this.
Go, Lenny.
So it's very dark inside. The door is now open, but it's very,
Why is it
very
so dark in here?
Are there any fires like in an oven or on a stove top?
From where you can see, it's like just inky blackness. So you can't see very far into it.
So,
I cast fireball.
Oh, that's
Wrong.
oh wait, maybe he can.
I mean, you can try.
I
I'll-
attack the darkness.
You attack the darkness.
I attack the darkness.
Sword roll.
I remember
for
that.
attacking the darkness.
Is that, yeah. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, let's see if that works. I have an idea if it doesn't.
Are you going to
I'm going to
attack the
attack
darkness?
I'm watching this attack the
Stefan?
darkness thing.
No, I'm just going to have Ujan turn on his headlights.
Oh, turn on his lights. Yeah.
We're all doing his spells. He goes, click.
How about I
Yeah.
just flashlight it? Yeah. So the reason why it's dark is because this seems to be like a little back chamber, like a storage closet, basically. That there's also an exit in the back.
So we've come in from the outside into a storage cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
This is the outhouse.
No.
That was the in-house.
Well, maybe there's another door.
Well, let's open the other door then. That sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea.
Or
Yeah.
maybe
Do you
there's.
see any light at the bottom of the door?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Let's open the door, guys.
Okay. So when
Instead
you,
of kicking the door open, let's first see if we can just open it.
yeah, you can try that first.
See
It
about
just
the interior door.
it just
I got
opens.
it.
Yeah, I kind of thinking having the bear knock down every door is probably going to give the wrong impression.
I don't
No,
know.
what? We're princesses.
It's a very strong first impression, and if that's what you're going for, I understand.
Shock and awe, baby.
Okay,
We're
so
princesses.
the door swings open, and this is a bustling kitchen.
Ooh,
There's
what is
stuff
happening
happening
in here?
everywhere, but
Whoa.
you can tell that there's some kind of magic happening because it's all run by, they look like these little minions. There aren't like people. It's all like
They're keyboards.
cutlery and pots and pans and food and things that are just like,
And no rats attached or anything,
I mean,
right?
this stuff's
That's what I
all
know.
animated by itself, like some sort of Disney.
Yep.
yes,
It's
Oh,
just
good.
Mickey Mouse's kitchen. It's Mickey Mouse's kitchen.
Dancing
Yeah.
rutabagas.
Yeah.
If we try and walk through, do they disturb us?
We have a whole line of potatoes jumping in
Yeah.
off the edge into the boiling water to be cooked.
yep.
Sounds like a song cue to me.
Yeah. As you come through, they're not really paying attention to you.
Yeah, I think at this point it breaks out into a musical, right? And we all sing.
We got another happy for you.
Yeah, it's a little Oompa Loopy, a little Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for sure. And as you're going through, off in the corner is a giant hulking figure with a toque on.
With a what?
Toga.
Not a
No.
toga. Not a
Toque.
A toque.
Toque.
A chef's hat.
Not
is
a toga. Toque.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry
It's so Greek
to
to him.
disappoint you.
One syllable. That's all it took.
Toke.
Yeah, it's more like that.
So,
More like that. Yeah. Okay.
okay. Well, so I'm going to quietly, as much as one can, I'm going to make it talk to Mr. Bear and go, Mr. Policorn, can you go around one side and I'll go around the other side and we'll see what this guy's up to?
Okay, so I'm gonna say that this is a shoes roll because you are trying to move around in a stealthy manner.
I think our most powerful weapon here is
I have a 5.
Princess Michelle's silver tongue. Maybe maybe
so
she can talk to
a 5 is a success. So you're able to split up, and you want your polar corn to see what the chef is up to.
I want him to be there checking one side. I'm going to walk up and quietly try to stand next to the chef and listen to what he's saying. You know, is he bossing everyone around? Is he being mean? Is he being loud? You know, what's he doing? He might not be the chef. He might be the sous chef. Who knows?
Okay. So you split up around like the big kitchen island in the middle, and you up. And the chef is very quiet and very focused, and very big.
Big guy.
And has something that looks kind of like a pepper grinder, like a salt grinder, pepper grinder, but is it's kind of glowing, and every time he grinds it, it sort of lets out like this little like tinkling of bells as he
like maybe he's grinding up
music.
Sweetness.
The sweet tower. So maybe when there was the magical explosion, he exploded the sweet tower into a bunch of different fragments, and
now he has them in a grinder.
We should take that home with us for our new shoe chef. She could probably find a good use for it.
Yeah.
Well, first, I think we should find out if there is indeed sweet in that grinder. If there is, then we can have many different things we might be able to do.
I go up next to the chef and I say, "Oh, look, it's a bear." And I point to where my bear is.
So the chef is startled, but covers the grinder with both hands and clutches it, and backs up.
Okay.
This trick before, yes.
Yeah, rats.
And then says, "Kitchen, attack!" And then he bolts.
Okay.
Can I try something real quick?
Absolutely.
So he was grinding what we theorize is the pillar of sweet or whatever it is, and onto various food items, maybe going down like a conveyor belt. Is that right?
Right. Well, it wasn't automated, but there was a bunch lined up. Yep.
Okay. So I want to grab a little bit of this ground up sweet tower, perhaps, and taste it.
It's delicious. It's the sweetest thing you've ever tasted.
Does it remind me of the time that I snuck down and licked the sweet tower?
It very much
You're
does.
the one who did that? I got your key.
Yes.
Everybody else in the party goes,
Why did you do that? Yes, it reminds you very much of that, in fact.
I have princess germs all over me now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a princess.
we officially have a casus belli here.
All right. I can hit them with a huge thing of water, which will dilute the sweetness.
But then we might lose the sweet thing.
Well, but if
Why
they,
do that? No.
I think we need to defend ourselves from,
We like
from
the
the
sweet.
kitchen.
Red, the kitchen is attacking you now.
The entire kitchen is attacking us. Let's
well, unless there's a bunch of them that are jumping up in the air, they aren't attacking me because I've been up in the air the whole time.
we're inside of a monkey, aren't we?
Yeah, and
inside
I'm
the
8, 9
No
feet
one
up.
noticed
You
a
know,
man being
big
no one
room,
noticed a
I'm up
small
by the
girl being
ceiling.
hung by a monkey in the air.
That's right.
Because
So
as a parent, I'd like to say I would have noticed if my kids did that.
It's an
all right,
8-foot
so there
ceiling.
are a couple of sections of lackeys that are attacking you right now. There is I'm gonna call it the omelet station that is attacking you.
Omelets.
Being egged on.
Yes.
Omelet?
There's the omelet station that's attacking you. There's the pastry section that is attacking you. And
Well,
then there's the dishwashing section.
Oh,
I felt like this
Separate.
once before.
It is
All right,
turning
I will attack the dishwashing section. I will
Early
turn my
Monday
magic
morning.
wand on to full power,
Okay.
and I will blast them with so much water that all their soap is immediately turned to bubbles, and the room begins to fill up with soap suds that I'm producing out of my watering nozzle.
Okay,
Going
that
full
is
blast.
Nothing can go
definitely
wrong.
With lunch attacks.
a
Nothing
sword.
can come on from that. Yeah.
That's a sword roll
With lunch attacks.
when lunch attacks.
When a lunch attacks.
5.
Bueno.
The 5 is
No
a
bueno.
success.
Lunch
So
attack.
now you have 3 sections that are attacking you, and the room is rapidly filling with soap bubbles. I don't know.
I'm gonna fill it with glue also, just to
Oh
add.
my goodness.
What's
Not
happening?
Well-
a tasty kitchen. Okay.
In the meantime, I am jumping on my bear
Hold
and
on,
taking off after that guy.
Everyone wait. I will get
Sorry.
to you in a moment.
Sorry.
Claudette is next.
Okay, I will. I take out I have my cannon that fires the sticky glue that
I
dissolves
step
in an
away.
environmentally friendly way, and I will take on the pastry section.
I duck.
Okay. And so you're gonna try to glue the pastries?
Yes, try to glue them to the oven sheets.
Okay.
Turn them into a big glutinous
Not
mass.
to me. Not to me.
Okay,
I know.
do a sword.
Okay. 6.
And that is a success. So you
Oh.
you can't take out the whole section, obviously. But you have glued a few
It's not
down.
obvious to me, by the way. I think I should be able to take out the whole section.
Yeah, I would have tried to take out the whole section if I
I will
could.
accede to your wishes because but yes.
I appreciate
I
appreciate
don't
that.
want any
Thank you so much.
pastries glued
It
to
def-
me. No
it's-
pastries glued to me.
The
That'd
next
be very sweet though.
so next is the omelet station is going to launch a bunch of eggs at I'm gonna say the dwarvenette,
Thank you, baby.
and they just gets hit with like a
Am I
dozen
getting hit?
eggs right in the
My
face.
eggs?
It's like
I'm getting
Yes.
egg in my face.
raw
Ah!
eggs all over. She's
Raw,
a
you're
little
coated in
scrambled.
raw eggs. You're
coated in raw eggs.
slimy. You're
Yeah.
goo.
Lunch is attacking. Lunch is attacking.
It's super gross.
You're all scrambled up.
The worst
The-
hangover ever.
the dishwashing section is going to try to shoot water back at you,
Over here,
Nyla,
over
because
here,
you were
okay.
shooting a bunch of water at it.
A little
Okay.
over here, covered in egg.
It sprays across you. It's not really deterring you at the moment, but it is pretty annoying. Like it's
Okay.
kind of like hitting you in the face. And the pastries, there's a particular cake, Claudette, that is trying to force its way into your mouth.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
You
So
know, it's funny.
it
We
is
put this
jumped
in
up
my mouth.
and it's just shoving itself the whole cake
But is it tasty?
Does it taste good?
It's delicious.
Oh, well,
But
it's hard
but
to
it's
Oh,
a
hard to
bit
resist.
You never knew they could
overwhelming.
make spam into a cake that
right.
tasted that
You
good.
never know. That's that.
Hmm.
That's fire
surrender,
sweetness working.
surrender.
Well,
So
I will resist, but maybe not as much as I should.
Okay. So then next
Spam is
up,
so good.
right? Next up is Princess Micheline. What is it that you're doing?
I have let from my bear, and I am charging after the guy with the shaker
Okay.
or grinder or whatever it is.
So this is going to be a shoes roll
Was he?
because
Okay.
you're chasing.
Is he the bitter chef?
Yeah, you recognize him as
He's
the
big
bitter chef.
enough. Yes,
Mhm.
he's big enough to be a bigger chef.
He's the boss.
He's the bigger chef.
Yes. Yes.
Better, bigger. Any rate, I have a 2 in shoes.
A 2 in shoes. There's a lot of bubbles around.
Uh-oh.
And they have broken on the ground, and it's made it pretty slick. And so you can't quite catch up with him, and he gets through a door and he slams it, and you can't quite get to him this turn. You're sort of
Rats.
sliding around.
But I have a bear, so we're going to finish that the right way.
I once threw a party with a bubble machine, and it ran out of bubble juice. And we thought if we put in the dishwashing
juice.
liquid, that it made the bubbles, but everyone started to fall down. The true story.
I don't doubt it.
Somehow
Okay.
I don't doubt that. I don't know.
Dwarvenette,
Absolutely
you
true.
are up next.
What? Who?
What would you like to do, Dwarvenette?
Oh, Dwarvenette.
Wow, what's happening?
You're being assaulted.
Yeah,
Oh, my
you just,
lunch!
And peppered with eggs.
Access.
yeah, you just got hit with.
Is there any hot pepper sauce anywhere?
You're fighting the omelet section, I
Yeah,
think.
you're fighting the omelets.
You're covered in raw eggs.
You
Ew.
can
Yeah.
look.
So,
You need to cheese it.
I is the kitchen nearby?
You're in the
You're
kitchen.
in the
honey.
kitchen.
Oh my God! All right, all right then?
Well,
I look for a plug. Is there a electric cord anywhere?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna die for that, and I'm gonna pull the plug, baby.
On the omelet
What?
station.
I don't know if
Whatever's
it's going to do
plugged
anything.
into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Woo!
Dwarvenette
Ah!
unplugs the nearest plug.
Pull it, let me pull it. Ah!
It was a fan. So
Of
the
course
fan
it
is
was.
now off. It's getting
He's a big fan of yours, Lenny.
Oh, is it getting hot in here?
yeah, getting a little bit more warm in there.
Oh. Ah.
And now it's Princess Nyla's turn, still battling the dishwashing station.
Oh, I'm just drilling. I'm using all my water power and trying to knock them down, exhaust all the soap, and make the whole place just slippery as all get out because I'm up hovering near the ceiling. My monkey's up there keeping me up, and
Yeah.
I'm just turning it into one big slip and slide.
Okay. Then go ahead and do a
Stop
sword
playing
roll.
with your monkey.
Your monkey is on the ceiling.
I got a 1, which means I get to use my familiar,
Yeah.
my pet, and well, he's doing it because he's my fire control.
Okay.
I'm squirting it, he's aiming me, and
Okay.
he got it. He knew right where to get it.
Perfect. So so you are able to you start doing the most pressure water that you can possibly get out of
Absolutely.
and it kind of moves you around, but your monkey is very savvy, and so he's able to scoot you so that you are always pointing directly into what would be the face of the dishwashing station if it did indeed have a face.
I got you. Okay.
So you sort of overflow the whole tub, and it's now just bubbles everywhere. It's
Good.
just
Spread out over the entire
place.
kitchen.
That's right.
Good.
And Claudette, you have a cake in your mouth.
Yeah, might not be good.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Well,
Chewing,
my
chewing. I hope.
my mouth wants to eat the cake, but I know that's not so good. So I'm just going like this, slap, like I'm banging on the cake like this, trying to.
Great. Like you're gonna box the ears of the cake.
Yeah, exactly.
Bam.
Just try to smash it up so it turns to goo and loses its structural integrity, and then and if I get pieces of it, I can throw it probably at the dwarven aunt.
It's a good thing the fan isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be an attack roll. Roll to attack the cake,
All right.
which is a thing I never thought I'd
Oh,
say.
I got the 10.
Oh, you get to use your crown.
Oh, the crown. Oh, let's
You get
see.
to invoke your
Oh,
realm to
like-
attack.
Oh, you're the
cake.
princess of baguettes. It's a cake.
No,
That
no,
ought to be it right there. Fini.
fast off-road driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, considering all the bubbles and the glue,
Mhm.
this is kind of like off-road rough terrain,
Sure.
right? And so I tried
Oh,
to
terrain. He said terrain.
I just like run serpentine. Maybe I can shake it off that way.
Serpentine.
And
So you're running through, and you're like Tokyo Drift.
at one point I come up to one of these large cabinet corners, and I just like smash my face across it like that, right? Just like that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh.
you managed to dislodge the majority of the cake from
Okay,
your
good.
face.
I'll eat to the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
don't need
tasty.
to waste any.
It's so
No,
good.
I'm not going to let it go. I even licked my fingers after that. It's so good.
So the omelet
Maybe you want to go back and
station-
lick the cabinet.
Yeah, wait, I
Yeah.
think I needed more.
My hair is a mess now, but that's okay.
Yes, well, that's
Yeah.
okay. You just
You're
look
a
delightfully
mess.
disheveled. It's not
Yeah,
a big
It's
deal.
perfect. It's for a hero needs messy hair. It's a sign
That's
that
right.
she's been busy.
Correct.
Or he's anime.
That's true. So the omelet station is upset that you turned the fan off near it. It likes to be well ventilated.
Oh, good. You made them angry.
So a frying pan is going to fly at you, Dwarvenette.
Oh, hopefully it hasn't been one of.
It doesn't hit you, but it is currently chasing you through the kitchen.
I've had a very hard time running in those jean
I know.
cement boots.
I know it.
Yeah, especially with all that soap on the floor.
Sarah, you definitely found your game.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed.
Nailed it. I nailed it.
You found your game. That's for sure.
A whole
the,
new level of absurd to be mined.
The dishwashing station is effectively out of commission. You have
Excellent.
overloaded it, so it's
All
no
right.
longer fighting back.
At least
There's
one
some
of us-
like bubbles coming up from the bottom as it's feebly trying to be a part of things, but no.
All right, I've overloaded them.
Now the pastry station. However,
Yes.
Um,
I'm running amok in there.
you are running amok.
Sampling it all?
The oven opens.
Uh-oh.
One of the ovens open and fire shoots out.
Uh-oh.
See if Hansel and Gretel are in there.
You are welcome to go inside the oven if you would like.
No,
It seems ill-advised,
no.
but so the fire actually caught you, Claudette, and your beautiful scarf is aflame.
Oh no.
On fire!
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna set your head on fire next.
It is on fire. Micheline.
I whip it off and I.
Not
Oh.
yet. It's not your turn. You
Okay,
have to
I'll wait till my turn.
Okay.
Micheline. It's you.
Okay. We go skidding around, and hopefully we can see some sign of which way he went. He went to a door, right?
He went through the door. Yeah. There's
I lean down in a racist crouch on the back of my bear. I go, let's do this. I raise my axe.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try to blast through the door.
Okay. So, would you like to use a lesson?
I would like to use 2 lessons. This is a big scene.
You only need
Whoa.
one at a time, I
You
think.
only need one.
Okay, I'm using
Yeah,
one.
you only combine lessons at the end. So,
Okay.
one lesson. Okay, so
I thought it sounded good.
I don't know why this is a thing that you know how to do. But
Okay.
one day
I played-
you read a story about mounted warriors, and you said, I can totally do that with my Baracorn. And you practiced and practiced and practiced, and the castle was very upset with you
Mounted
because
combat
you
training.
kept breaking all of the doors in the castle, but now you know how to do it.
No, I actually saw a book on those guys in India who have croquet mallets, and they get on the backs of their horses and they hit the ball. What's that called again? At any rate,
Crochet.
No one knows.
it's that thing they do in India that they do that with balls and stuff.
Yeah, and so
At any
you
rate,
learned how to do it on the back of your Baracorn, and
yes,
so you
my Baracorn.
go bursting through this door. The door shatters spectacularly in front of you. And of course, the camera is from the view of inside the room you're bursting into. So
because
you look
that's the way it should
amazingly
be.
heroic. You're framed by the back of like this huge fight happening behind you, flying things and bubbles and cake and fire and frying pans, and you are there just like backlit in the most heroic pose. And you've burst into this, and you see in front of you the back of the bitter chef, and he is fleeing.
Okay, I think it's time for bear acceleration.
Great. So you let's do shoes, and I'm going to give you advantage on this roll.
Okay.
Because you had the most amazing entrance. So
8 shoes.
8 for shoes. Oh no.
I know.
Okay.
I paused to rear up with the bear and missed everything.
Yeah, you were going for that dramatic shot.
It looked super cool though.
Right. The animators are so busy staring that they like.
As long as it looks good.
Yeah, as long as it looks good.
They were leaning over. Hey, Bob, come over and take a look at the scene.
Dude, check this
That's
out.
awesome,
It's
dude. Yeah.
dope. Yeah. So you aren't able to catch up with him this round, but you are very close. And now it's the Dwarvenette's turn. You are being chased, Dwarvenette, by a frying pan that seems to be sentient. That is just
angry frying pan.
So mad.
Is it flying?
It's the worst Monday morning ever.
It is a flying frying pan.
Yes. Flying frying pan. It's the worst Monday morning ever.
Oh man.
Covered in egg. I'm hallucinating. But what do?
I don't know.
I would keep running be a good idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop anytime soon.
I'm busy posing,
Is there like one of those swinging exit doors that goes into the restaurant?
There is a door. There's a door that on the far wall that the Baracorn just broke through.
Went through.
There's the door that you came in through, and there's a third door on the left.
Oh, try the third door.
Third door.
There's a third door.
The audience says try the third door.
More door.
Yeah, come on. Third door's the charm. Everybody knows
Going through the third
that.
door?
Yeah.
Okay,
third door's the charm.
Give me a shoes to see if you outrun this frying pan.
Outrun this frying pan.
4.
That is a success. So you run from the omelet station and from the frying pan, and you're dripping with eggs. It's gross. There's all these things happening around you, fire to your right, and you run. You're just, I'm gonna go through this door, and you burst out of this door, and it slams shut behind you, and you're outside.
Oh, that's nice out here.
It is nice out there.
Whoa. Well, I can't start picking all the egg out of my hair. Like,
Okay. So
how do I look, Lemmy? Here, take some.
so
and help me
we're
fix
back
this.
to Princess Nyla.
Yeah.
Lemmy's picking
I fixed my hair.
Okay,
out of her
Princess Nyla.
Nyla.
All right. Well,
You look magnificent.
she's gonna continue through the door behind the Unibear
Okay.
and got her trusty nozzle, at port arms, ready to go as soon as she gets within range. She'll shoot at the bitter chef's feet, where it'll make so it'll be slippery,
Okay.
and maybe make him slip and fall.
Okay. So go ahead and do a sword roll.
4.
Sword. That is a success. So you spray water forcefully and very directionally right at the feet of the bitter chef, and the
Absolutely.
bitter chef,
Trying to knock him off his feet like a water cannon.
catches it and sort of falls like directly onto his tuchus, right? Just like ass over tea kettle, and just
Excellent.
It took his.
His tuchus, and he falls down under
I
his
know
butt.
what tuchus is.
Yeah, and so he is down, but he's still got a hold of the
grinder.
The grinder.
Okay.
And now it's Claudette's turn, and you're on fire.
I know.
You're on
You're
fire.
on fire.
So what I do is I run to the big sink that they wash the dishes in, right?
Yeah.
It's full of water.
Sure
And
is.
so I run and I dive into it head first, because I don't know how much of the fire is my scarf, but I'm really worried about my hair.
Sure.
The hair or the scarf, any of that get burned, it's not good. So
No, yeah, okay. So this is gonna be a shoes.
dive into the okay.
I need to make sure that you can get there. It's very slippery.
I got it too.
I hope lower is the better.
So
it doesn't quite work that way.
you could
It's like certain points on the
yeah, you could
right.
learn a lesson.
Yeah, maybe I use a lesson.
Maybe you use a lesson.
Yeah, I remember the time before when I was running through the wet sink and the wet kitchen,
Yeah, absolutely.
because they had just been mopping it and it was slippery and I fell down and I hurt my elbow.
Mhm.
And that thought occurs to me that maybe I need to be just a little bit of extra caution as I run towards, and I rely on my beautiful big boots
Right.
for the traction.
And you sort of do that thing that people do on ice where they kind of take them off a little bit so that they don't fall down. And so you just do it very rapidly. You penguin run, if you will,
yeah. And
over and then just dive right into there. You
Yeah.
are extinguished.
Yes.
You come back up kind of coughing and sputtering. Now you're dripping wet and very soapy, honestly, because this is a very soapy area.
Wet head too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
this
very
is
nice.
my wife's wig, so I don't think I should add the water. But
no, don't.
Yeah.
No.
So
Probably
'Cause I don't
cleaner
wanna
than
get in
you've
trouble.
been in a while.
this is good enough for a simulation.
So the omelet station is going to turn its attention to the only person left in the room,
Good. If I
which
could
is now the dripping wet Claudettes.
if I could distract them from the real fight, that's okay.
It's having a hard time figuring it out. It launches more eggs up in the air, and they slap the wall behind you, just like pow, 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 pow. So there's a bunch of egg now dripping down the wall, but they did miss you.
Yuck.
I say, if you hit me and I find out about it, you'll be in big trouble.
Oh, you can't tell if they are intimidated
You're gonna
because
tattle on them.
don't have faces.
The ultimate kid rule.
I can't see very well either. But
Ow.
The pastry station, I know you can't see very well, but it's starting to sort of send its pastries over in your direction. So
are they in formation?
Yeah,
That's not good.
they have like a
Bowling.
A little phalanx
around.
happening.
Phalanx.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we're going to be limbering up the water.
I could
water
just see-
nozzle again.
I could just see us. We are facing off. Like two armies about to charge. They are
Except-
tiny, but they are vast.
But I have unlimited water and a water jet.
That's true, but you're not in the room anymore. You
Yep,
you left.
you went outside.
I didn't go outside.
No, you went through the door.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Go out the room. You're
Okay, so
either
Princess
behind or
Micheline,
just ahead of me.
You are next. The bitter chef is on his booty right in front of you.
Me.
Him or me?
Micheline is next.
Micheline. Okay.
That's you, Mike.
Jump on him.
I
Tell the
know
bear to
that.
sit on him.
I may be half awake, but I know that much. I
Tell
can
the bear to
basically
sit on
rush over and get the bear to jump on him. Boom.
Okay, to hold him down. I'm
To
gonna
hold him down. Hmm?
say that is a shoes because
So it's not
a
the
movement.
beast doing it himself?
Yeah, but I still need a roll for
Okay,
it,
shoes. 1.
Well, that's the beast.
which means that the beast gets to do his thing. So
What does the beast want to do?
well, I'm gonna say that he goes over and sits like front paws like right here
Uh-huh.
on him and sort of sits on his legs and then gets his face real close
And slobbers on him.
to the
Ew.
just sort of does one of those little like
Licks 'em.
puff things like
You think of licking. Okay.
you just right
Ew.
um he is intimidated
I would think so.
I'd say so. He's
By
being
the giant
poked
bear.
he's being poked by this bear
yeah
with a
it
horn.
keeps it out
Yeah.
keeps poking him right in the forehead. He doesn't like it.
Yes. Well, I'm going to lean over, still holding my big axe, and I'm going to say, "You've been a bad, bad chef. And we're going to fix that."
Okay, we're gonna cut outside
But
to the dwarvenette. What are you doing out
That's
there?
me.
That's you.
it's you.
Well, okay, I was enjoying the sun and I was fixing my hair, and then oh wait a minute, it occurred to me that something bad was happening in there, and my friends are in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I better go back.
Okay.
So I spin around a couple times, and
Okay.
then I go to the door. And,
Okay. So you're going back into the kitchen?
yes.
Okay. So you come into the kitchen, and where you had gone out was like by
Do
the
I go-
pastry station.
Did I go in through the outdoor?
Where you had gone out was by the pastry station. So when you come
Right.
back in, the pastries, there's a bunch of cakes in formation marching toward your friend Claudette.
And that
Oh, you
seems like
flanked them.
It's a bad thing. This is
Yeah.
They
They're
look
attacking.
pretty
Yeah.
threatening.
threatening.
Oh, yeah. They're
Lightning
going to go
kick.
immediately right to your hips.
Oh,
Instantly to your hips.
I yell out. I say, ah! I try to distract him as much as possible. Ah! Over here! Over
Okay.
here! And little Lemmy goes, ee, 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 ee.
I'm sure it was Lemmy that did
So
it.
I think that is a defend roll because you are trying to defend Claudette by distracting them. So
Yeah.
that is a sword attack. So go ahead and roll your die and tell me what you got.
8.
8. Oh, okay. So you did not succeed in your quest just now. You yell really loudly, but it turns out the cakes don't have ears.
They can't
they-
hear me.
They couldn't hear
cakes
you.
are
Of
deaf.
course, they don't have ears. I mean, they have hands and feet and can walk
They're
and
not
fly.
supposed
But
to walk either.
I don't know. They couldn't hear you.
So I can see they're not paying attention.
Could be that they're not paying attention. You maybe take it as a slight against you personally, and so next time you may get an advantage
I'm
for
going
being
to charge.
extra upset.
Yeah.
But
It
next out,
doesn't have ears. That's what I'm going to take away from this today.
he's like,
The
cakes have
nerve.
ears.
Cake has no ears.
What nerve?
Shocking.
So Nyla is up next, Princess Nyla.
Yes, and
You
we're still outdoors, right?
No, so you're in just a second room, it with Princess Micheline.
Yeah, and the bitter chef.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to the bear's sitting on the chef.
Correct.
I'm going to go up to the chef, and I'm going to get my most imperious and just ask that bitter chef, that nasty person, just what it was he thought he was doing. What's
Nasty.
how can you possibly, you ruined the library, and just get real indignant right in his face.
Okay.
Nasty.
I'm gonna call that a heart roll.
Okay.
You are using your attitude on him.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. So
Didn't work.
he is really distracted by this
He has a bear in his face.
on his face.
I understand.
So
Bear on his face.
like he's hearing what you're saying, but his focus is absolutely on this bear.
Completely understandable, but I got my say in.
Yeah, you sure
Yep.
did.
I got to wag my finger.
Ooh, and you wagged it so good.
I scolded as hard as I could scold.
Congratulations, you've instantly become a grandmother.
That's right.
All right.
I'm a great grandfather already.
I am
Is that a
dripping-
higher one?
Yeah, but now
You
you've
are
gotten in touch
dripping.
with the feminine side.
Yeah, Claudette is
Okay,
dripping wet.
I'm
You're still
dripping
in
wet.
the sink.
I've got bubbles. I'm facing off against the army. And I flip back my hair. And you know that scene in Aliens? Sigourney Weaver's got the big pulse hand grenade launcher and she starts to fire at the alien. I got my
Yeah.
water cannon and I'm going after the
cakes.
cakes. The
All right.
formation, the phalanx of cakes.
Pew, pew, pew.
One.
Defending his hips.
One.
So here's what happens. You come thrashing up out of the sink, water flying everywhere, and you level your water cannon at these cake, and your Jeep
Boujon.
been outside. Boujon had been
Crash.
trying to get in, and he
Your
comes
Jeep.
crashing through the wall,
Oh,
and he just slides
Light.
in like Tokyo drift style to right in front of you,
Wow.
and he just shoots all of the cakes. Just- Pow, 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 pow,
we're
pow.
both shooting. We're both shooting.
Yeah. You take out the entire pastry section,
Perfect.
and then
This is very good.
it's really good. And then because your Jeep is anthropomorphic, he looks over at you and like wags his little butt like it's a tail and like pants happily, like I helped you.
Yes.
Oh,
Very good. Very good.
What's your Jeep got against Dolly Madison? That's what I
Loves
want to know.
Boujon.
Très bien. Très bien.
Boujon saw his
Boujon.
friend
Très bien,
being
Boujon. All right.
said,
What a
I
Jeep.
will not have it. The omelet station is so mad. So mad.
bad on the stage.
Oh,
Guys are still around. I mean,
Yeah. Well, all of the other stations have been taken out, but this omelet station is stubbornly holding on because
bunch of
nobody has
hard-boiled
been-
buggers, aren't they?
Yeah, nobody. Well, eggs are full of protein and they're, nature's superfood or whatever.
Eat it.
So,
Eat it. Eat them.
so the omelet station is now going to turn up all of its burners and start burning the eggs that are still on the stove, filling the room with smoke.
Mm.
Horrible sulfur smell too.
It's pretty gross. Micheline, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm leaning over him and I sort of subtly, imperiously, after Tim says what she has to say, I go,
Yeah.
I raise my hand, kind of like to silence her character, and I say, now you Do you really want to win? I'm looking at the chef.
Right.
Do you really want to win?
Yeah. Yes. I never win. I always lose. Can you make your bear not be on me? I don't. This is a lot.
My bear is comfortable right now.
I'm not comfortable right now.
Like that answer.
Don't worry, you haven't been eaten yet.
Yes.
Look, would you rather win fair and square if you learned how to cook well? You could do this. You just need some help to figure out what you're doing. Maybe you're not meant to be a pastry chef, but maybe you're a cake chef or a jello chef, which is kind of weird.
Omelet chef, an omelet chef.
You could be so many things instead of
Jello.
an incompetent evil chef supervillain.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, but I'm sitting with a bear on your chest. I think I have a point.
Yeah, the one on the forehead.
All right.
We all have inside ourselves a point on our foreheads. So there.
This is a
Don't
heart
do that when I'm
roll.
drinking.
This is a heart roll.
Get you to pass the beer through your nose there.
Oh, no, thank you. No, chunks of pepper cheese. That would have been worse.
Ooh, I don't want to even think about that. Yeah.
Well,
So I think, is that hearts?
Heart. Yeah, that's a heart roll.
Okay. And I'm going to spend one lesson to try to get the lesson in.
Okay.
But I got a 2 anyway, so.
Great. And you're spending a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So he appears to be softening. I don't know if it's that he really wants to, or if he's just terrified of your bear. Either way.
Let's go with that.
Either way, he's so okay. Well, maybe, but I really want to win something because I never win anything, and I'm just tired of it. So if you can guarantee that I'll win something, then I won't cheat.
There are no guarantees.
I can guarantee you're going to win something.
Okay. You move your bear.
Sure. Up. He stands up, gets off your chest. Gets off his chest.
Okay. Whew. Great. That's much better. He was it's a very big bear. It's very big. I don't know if you know that.
But he's so fuzzy.
Very, very fuzzy.
Who needs a bear that's little?
We're scooting back over while you're having this heart-to-heart to the Dwarvenette. The omelet station is currently filling the room with smoke, and there's no ventilation for it because the fan has been turned off.
I get down on my hands and knees because everybody knows that the smoke rises.
That's right. Duck and roll.
I get low to the ground.
Drop and roll. Drop and roll.
And then where is the omelet again?
The omelet's up ahead of where you are.
The omelet
I
station.
crawl over there on my hands and knees, like lickety split, like up to the omelet, and I go, I take a big bite out of omelet.
Oh, just gonna eat the stuff that's burning.
Oh, I eat it. I eat the omelet as much as I can.
Okay.
And I imagine Lemmy jumps in too.
Yeah, Lemmy probably helps out.
Lemmy's like,
This is an attack roll. You are aggressively eating this omelet. So give me a sword roll to really get in there and eat that, buddy.
I rolled a 10, a 0. I mean a 10.
A 10. That means you use the
Your
power
crown.
of your crown. And you are able, because you channel the power of your awesome princessness, you eat all of the omelets that are left, and there is nothing left to create smoke. So it starts dissipating a little bit in the air.
Your hips immediately get too big.
Yeah.
So
Your pants get really tight.
So we're gonna cut back to you guys are out of combat. You've defeated everybody. But we're going to cut back over to the bitter chef who is explaining his current problem to you.
Okay.
So I did steal the Spire of Sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
As you may have guessed, it was going to help me win, but I couldn't get my food to taste good even with it on top of it. But I figured it would taste the best, and then I could win the bake-off.
And I sit down between my bear and I say, yes.
But here's the problem. I used all of the magic that I had left to shrink it down to this size. And he holds up the pepper grinder.
Okay.
So this is the whole Spire. But I don't have any magic left to get it back big again.
Well, that'll make it easier to carry.
Okay. But if it's not big, I don't think it'll make everything sweet.
But did it really help you in the end anyway? Your cooking didn't get much better, did it?
Well, no, but if you want to fix the sweetness, you got to make it big again.
The problem is, what about the rest of the food in the realm? Yes, we need to reestablish the pillar of sweetness back where I licked it years ago.
Ew,
Gross.
you had to remind me.
Cooties.
I think that was this part. I tried to avoid that part when I was
No.
grinding it. I don't know.
Toughen up.
It's got
All right, look,
initials
here's
in
the-
it. Like it.
Here's the thing.
I go
Here's the
lick.
thing.
I go lick Princess Michelle. I attack her by just trying to.
I go, bear, sit on her.
I'm so confused. Okay, so now the bear is sitting on Princess Claudette.
Yeah. Okay.
She's got to lick me, yes.
I don't know what's happening.
Here's what we can do.
Talk about consent.
We're in a kitchen
Yeah.
and we got pots and pans and things, all right, cooking utensils, and we have stoves.
Sure.
Now he says that he's got all the sweetness condensed down into that small amount.
Yeah, right here.
Now, when I was reading a book one day and I wanted to make something get bigger faster, I added water. So if that's got all the sweetness and we put it in a whole barrel of water, then we'd have a barrel of sweetness. We'd have that much more size and it would still be sweet. And we could just keep doing that until we got it back big enough. And then all we'd have to do is freeze it and it would be there forever and ever.
So this feels like a fancy montage to get the band together.
Okay.
So everybody needs to, if you would like, everybody needs to contribute a lesson. We can have up to 4 lessons.
Okay.
Yep.
My last lesson goeth.
May we?
And then I'm going to have you describe what you personally are going to do to help bring the spire back to its normal size. And then we'll combine it all together and hopefully it will succeed.
Perfect.
Okay. Who goes?
So who would like to go first?
Well, I think that the first thing we got to do is we got to
Get
make a little bitty thing bigger.
Okay.
I think we
That
should
means
get
we
it
have to
back
dilute
home
it.
first, though.
Yeah, let's take it back to the location first, where it used to be, and then make it bigger. And so I can see a shot of Claudette going right here. This is exactly where I was standing when I licked it.
Right.
That's an
But I have a scene before that, Claudette. I have a scene before that where it's all of us and we're going back the way we came and we're singing a song about going back to the beginning so we can walk to the meadow.
Yes.
And whoever has their guitars are accompanying you, obviously. The two of you on
I'll
your
do the
guitars.
bass.
Yeah,
I'm going to provide the high notes.
perfect.
And I will drive, of course.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You don't happen to have a keyboard in the trunk, do you? Because my flying monkey plays keyboard.
I
Wow.
absolutely think that there is a
Well,
keyboard
there
in the
we
trunk,
go.
so
Let's
the
get the
flying
band
monkey can
together.
play.
The monkey will be on the
Yep.
keyboard.
I would
give
maybe
percussion.
He's
Lenny
doing percussion.
plays tambourines.
Or a kazoo. I think
Yeah.
Lenny
No.
should play a
If you
kazoo.
suggest that he plays tangerines, he will take a very bad attitude towards you.
And you can play
No,
the,
no, 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 no.
harmonica.
He's a keyboard man.
Harmonica.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's
And we
a
got
keyboard man.
tambourine with the bear corn playing the tambourine. Claudette, you maybe are
call-
singing because you're driving.
Oh yeah, I'm driving. I'm just driving and singing. Yeah.
Driving and singing. Delightful. All right, so you guys.
Let's hope you sing better than you drive, or we're going to be on the bottom of the ravine again.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be exciting though.
Sorry.
Let me tell you
Sorry,
that.
Claudette, I couldn't pass that one by.
So you guys bring it all the way back, and Claudette points out where she was standing because she remembers exactly it was a formative thing for her.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Licked this spire of sweetness. And
So now we're going to make it wet all the way
right here.
around.
Yeah. So now, okay. So the next
So-
step, now that you're back in the spot, is to expand it with water.
Well,
I
let's
think
think this through. I'm the book smarter person, and what we probably need is if we had some rock that we knew was porous, we could take this rock and we could pour the liquid over it and pour some water on it, and now we'd have a rock that was solid, and we would at least increase the volume many times. Now, getting it beyond the rock,
I
unless we
say,
crush the rock up and put it into another rock, and we could do that like if we had some sandstone
I have a weird idea.
or pumice. Yes.
If we got a really big jar and we stuck a piece of a staff or one of the guitars across the top of it, and we put a string down, and then we took the sweetness and we poured it into that jar, it would turn into rock candy and it would be
Yeah.
all back again.
You remake the big rock candy mountain.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we just have to go with it, and it's up to the dice, really. So
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Whatever
Right.
works.
essentially the same thing I'm doing. I'm just infusing
Yeah.
rocks with
Yeah. So
sweetness.
that's your okay.
But
So
you're using the rocks and I'm just going to put on a string.
So everybody has contributed a
singing.
lesson. So we have 4 lessons, and then you may. I think these are all heart rolls because you are trying to use your caring to fix this problem that is affecting your whole world. So I need a heart roll from everybody.
All we want is more sweet cakes.
I don't blame
Bottom
you.
line. All right, heart roll, huh?
Okay.
Oh, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of heart, do I?
You got a 2.
I got a 5.
Okay. I
Okay.
heard a 5 and I heard an 8
7.
and a 7. Okay. Out of that, you got 3 successes, which is absolutely enough to make this happen. You all fuse together because with your lessons that you learned, your 4, that's like 7 successes. And so you brought all of your previous knowledge into it and all of your caring and everything that you love about this world. And
Awesome
you were able
world.
to awesome world, yes. You
Awesome
were able to
world.
reassemble this spire of sweetness, and as it forms and solidifies in this burst of magic that is accompanied by your amazing music that you're making,
Of course.
it
the monkey
ripples
has to go.
out through. You feel this pulse of magic that ripples out through the whole world, and as it passes over you, you taste the most beautiful, like sweet, delicious, like your favorite sweet flavor on your tongue, and you smell the sweetness of the flowers, and the sun shines a little bit brighter, and everything sort of settles back into place, and you feel like everything is right with Awesome World once again.
Oh.
And when you head back into town, a few weeks later, it's time for the birthday bake-off, and the sous chef does enter. He doesn't win, and he kind of
No, I
shakes
have an
his
idea.
fist. Oh, let's hear.
I propose to the bake-offs that they have a special award for determination.
Oh,
And we should grant that to him because he's been the most determined
wow.
entrant for all this time.
He graciously accepts and gets very emotional, and he comes over and he hugs you probably harder than you are comfortable with. He's
Bear, help!
much larger than you, and then he hugs the bear,
go.
and he's
Let him
hugging
go. Let him
everybody.
go.
He's just so excited to have this plaque with his name on it that says that he won something. And so things have been restored back to their rightful place.
All is awesome again.
All is awesome again, and
And,
I
th-
Awesome.
just wanna
and
thank you
we
guys
remembered
so much.
we
Yeah.
remembered to get the sous chef on the way back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and so the
Yeah.
sous chef
Can't
has
forget
settled
that.
in. You have a chef, like a pastry chef in your castle, but you didn't have like a chef that would do other things. And so now this sous chef, he's actually very good at making savory dishes. And so now not only do you have these cakes and these pies at whenever you would like them, but you also have really delicious dishes. And he
Cheeseburgers.
specializes.
We
Great.
just have
Yeah, he
pizza.
specializes in
Cheeseburgers.
Teflon. And so he also is really cool, like flipping stuff up into your mouth if you
Wow.
want it. Like he can cook it right in front of you. It's very
You
cool.
do that Benihana thing.
Yeah. In fact,
Whoa.
I had a whole Benihana themed encounter for you, and then you just convinced him that he should not fight you. And I was like,
I'm
Yeah.
the charming one.
all right, well,
I think Mike deserves the MVP award. That was
I agree.
that was
Yeah.
very well played, Mike.
Aw.
That was great. I really
Thank
love
you.
that. And so we have wrapped our encounter, and I really appreciate you guys.
This
playing,
was
but I would
great.
like to talk.
One last thing.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never done anything like this before, and I haven't the time.
One last,
Yes,
one last
Claudette.
thing.
One last
thing.
Claudette.
Yeah, one last Claudette. At the end, the episode's over. The credits are scrolling by, and then it cuts to Claudette over by the pillar of sweet.
Oh no.
Licking it?
Oh.
No,
What
just
a
ruined that
wonderful
whole
button.
image.
It's a great button on the end of the episode.
Yep.
I had so much fun running
Me
you
too.
guys through this. Thank you
This
so
was
much.
great.
I would like to take a moment and let each of you plug the stuff that you have happening right now. To talk a little bit about you as a gamer and a person, as opposed to what your character was. So let's start over with Peter Atkinson.
All right.
He's
all right.
lost his hair.
Yeah, Peter, put the blue back on. That was so awesome.
Oh
Back
my
to
God,
Peter.
it's you, Peter.
I'm back to
Oh my
Peter.
God.
He's got better lighting. He's not flaring out.
Yeah.
Right.
I flare out because I've got bad lighting.
What's the blue? It just went so well with everything.
It's it.
Yeah, so if you're Gen Con Online, then that's one of my businesses. So thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a good time. And my other business is Chaldea, which is a film company that is doing a fantasy story that's going to launch as a YouTube channel this fall. And we also have a party tonight online. So come to the Chaldea Facebook page and get the link.
In just a couple of hours, we're
Just
doing
a couple hours. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I know. It feels like we've been doing this all day.
it. Tim Kask, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and things that you have going on?
Oh, I'm doing a couple of Kickstarters with a couple of people on some stuff I wrote. I'm retired and just kind of goofing around and having a good time doing games online.
You've earned it, Tim.
That sounds lovely.
And I'm doing I'm doing some stuff for North Texas. They're trying to establish a regular online presence for online games. So I said I'd get involved with that. So I'm going to run a few games for them, and that's really about it. You know, I mean, like everybody else, I've been home going crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
don't need any of the rest of the personal stuff. That's all good.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for.
Well, I
sharing
had a
that
good
with us.
time.
Good.
That was great.
What about you, Stefan? Tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Oh, well, first, when I heard Tim Kask was going to be on this show, I was like, all right, we got to do it.
Yeah, we
And
never
it
had
was
played
awesome.
together before.
We had an awesome time. We've
We
never
did.
played before. No? Oh, my
We've never
God.
played together before. Peter and I have never
Wow.
played together
I bet.
before either.
Yeah. This
Or
this
you and
was-
I.
Yeah.
No, Mike and I have never played before either. Uh-uh.
Well, that's my bucket list right there.
I guess mine's all done too.
Uh-oh.
1, 2,
We
3.
gotta set something up.
3 check marks. There it is.
We gotta set something up. We gotta fix that.
But Stefan, don't you have a Kickstarter coming up?
I do. I have a.
He's always got a
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter coming up.
Well, no, Timmy. Once a year. August 9th. August 9th is our Kickstarter, and we're gonna come out with some awesome terrain. August 9th, the Wildlands.
For Dwarven Forge.
For Dwarven Forge.
I'll be in Alabama on the day you kick off.
Right?
Yeah, cool.
Yes, terrain. I heard it a couple of times tonight. Terrain. I heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got to see a couple of the models for this, and it's really beautiful. So
No,
you should
they're all
definitely check it out.
They
You
do
and
gorgeous
Peter
stuff.
played. Oh, thank you. And you guys played the other day in the campaign and
Yeah.
with the terrain. You played on the terrain.
It was very
And
cool.
thank you very much. Gaming, what a wonderful
About the
thing this
terrain.
is. Gen Con 2020. Thank God for my girlfriend that helped me put all this stuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to be honest. That's an image I hope I never see again soon. You and that wig
Yeah.
thing.
You really
I
enjoyed the
liked
wig,
it.
and I appreciate
I
that.
keep
Yeah.
thinking I walked in on La Caja Fall.
And Mike Pondsmith, what is it that you have going on at the moment?
Okay, well, I'm Mike Pondsmith. I run Artel Saurian Games, and I'm the guy who traditionally killed your cyberpunk character. And in fact, that's kind of my entire life right now. Is I'm working on Cyberpunk Red, which is the next edition of Cyberpunk, which has been around since the beginning of time. But I'm also working and heavily involved with a game called Cyberpunk 2077, which is a AAA title that looks like it's going to be a 4A title for all the stuff that we're cramming into it. So we're having a good time, but it's really nice to take a break and join all of my friends and go be silly as possible. So thanks for having me, guys.
Like, thanks
I
If there's
for
anything
joining
sillier,
us.
I don't want to do it.
That's true. This
It
is
might be illegal.
This is
peak.
Yeah,
Peak
probably get
silly.
us a bad reputation too.
Yeah,
the
well,
most silly you could legally do.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Um,
thanks, Peter, for inviting me. I
Do
appreciate
you?
it.
Thanks, Peter.
Does
It was a good time.
everybody share their social media handles if you would like? If you're active on Twitter or Instagram, here is your chance to tell people to follow you.
I don't even know what mine are. I have a guy who handles all that because I'm terrible at it. But you can find us at Artel Saurian Games somewhere on the internet.
There you go.
You can find me on YouTube and the Curmudgeon in the Cellar, and I'm on Facebook under Gascoigne.
Perfect. Stefan, you're Twitter?
I'm on the Twitter. I'm Stefan Dwarven, and on the Instagram, Stefan Pokorny Zaltar. And then you can always go check out Dwarven Forge.
wonderful. And Peter, your Twitter, your social media handles?
You have them.
Okay, I'll tell them. I'm in
He's
charge
delegating.
of Peter's.
I have one more
Social
thing I
media.
wanted to say.
Yes.
I wanted to tell everybody I was coming as a dwarven princess because we all know female dwarves have that.
With the beard, yeah. Absolutely.
That'd be worth
You can find Peter on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under his World of Chaldea, and the handle is all at World of Chaldea. So you can just type
World
that
of
in,
Chaldea.
and you can find that.
And Chaldea spelled Chaldea.
Yeah. And my name is Sarah Moore, and I am involved in lots of nerdy pursuits. And you can find me on Twitter at Pixies and Pins. And I am also on Facebook at Actor Sarah Moore. And I hope you all join us tonight at the Chaldea party. It's on Discord. And if you find us on any of those social medias, it will be, yes. And
Party,
make yourself
you'll
a
be there.
drink and come and join us. It's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So we wrapped a little early today, but they were more clever than I gave them credit for and skipped
Wow,
several
that-
of my
You set the
encounters.
bar really low, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was going to say it's usually what you have. you figure, oh, they'll never figure this. Oh, I got them this time. Yeah, they wander right through it, right past it.
Just proving once again that players go a different direction than you're anticipating when you are
The DMs lament.
Why
Why did they go left?
Yeah.
And if there's any consolation, we've been doing it to GMs for
I think it's wonderful. I loved that you all of you managed to surprise me at least once during this adventure. I think that was really cool.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
you did a great job.
It was
fun. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Job there.
I enjoyed pelting you all with eggs and water and cutlery and forcing you to eat cake and setting you on fire. It was delightful.
That was.
Well, I'd like a hand for our GM. Excellent.
Well, thank you so much.
Very well done. Very well done.
Well done.
And actually, this game setting is super fun, and we're Peter is actually joining me in a three session arc that we will be streaming on this very channel in the next month. So
we'll
tune in and see him continue to be Claudette.
All right.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh,
right.
Peter has an alter ego now, Claudette.
Yep.
Okay. All righty.
Oh, the game, before we sign off, everyone, this game, The Excellence, was created by 9th Level Games, and it is not super expensive. It's a little teeny book. And I bought it. It was cool. It's lovely. It's got beautiful illustrations, and it's only like $14, I think, and well worth it. Yeah, it's absolutely.
Super awesome.
It's super awesome world. So please check them out because it's a really easy system to pick up.
Does anybody else notice that he has two of the same hand?
Two of the same hands.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're right. They're both.
Yeah.
It's part of his charm.
I got gypped. Oh my god.
You got two right hands.
Did I grab the wrong one?
You got two right hands. Every time you put those up, I look there and go, something's finally I just figured it out.
Yeah, but see, this is a typical problem in a cyberpunk world.
So thank you so much for
all righty. Good day.
Take care.